Hey guys, what's up? I'm already having technical difficulties as usual. Imagine that. Good to have everybody here tonight. Um, I had an some unexpected free Friday night with some free time, so I've been promising another Friday fun night. Although we have had to have some news that we can talk about too in the Elijah Vu case. But once again, I lost my train of thought. So it is Friday the 13th. So this is Southern Gal After Dark, the Friday the 13th edition. So hopefully it won't be any crazier than it usually is. So I hope everybody is having a good Friday so far, getting ready for the weekend. Speaking of Friday the 13th, I did not leave the house today. I was going to work today, but it was still kind of drizzly and rainy here. So I was like, nah, skip it. I'll just start back in again Monday. So I'm going to spend tomorrow and Sunday watching football and chilling as usual this time of year. I've got a football game going on. A college game is on tonight. I got it going on on my TV here. So if you see me glancing at the TV, I'm watching the ball game. I think it's halftime now. But anyway, let's see who is here. Junior checked in earlier. Wanted to know what time. 8:30 Central, Junior. I know it's a little bit late for Junior. He has an early bedtime. We hope he can pop in. Miss Paula is here. Always good to have Miss Paula here. Always a pleasure to have Miss Barbara Hall here. Hello, lady. How are you doing? Get a look see is here. Hello, hello. Miss Miranda Lee is here. Good evening from the great state of Michigan. And I don't know if Junior is in Michigan or Kentucky at this point in time. Miranda Lee, thoughts, prayers, and good vibes to you. I know tomorrow's going to be hard for you, so sending you our love and our prayers, dear. Let's see. Yes, so Arctic says tonight is going to be fun. He tried a new brand of gummies and apparently took more than the directed dosage. So Arctic, if you want to come up and be co-host and join me tonight, I'll put the link in the chat. Just let me know. Just don't get me demonetized or anything. We love Arctic. Arctic is amazing. He's funny. Arctic is Arctic. We'll just put it that way. Let's see here. I think I got Miss Paula, Miss Barbara. Get a look. See, I'm probably repeating myself. Melissa Wildcard is here. Good to have you here, Melissa. Okay, new batch of comments popped up. Miss Jill Moser is here. Good to see you, my dear. I've been seeing you in some other chats. Still trying to get everything situated here. Let's see. Yes, thank you. We got the green hearts going for Timmy D's. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes. Artie said, "Oh, that makes all the sense in the world that it's Friday the 13th." Yeah. Yeah, because I worked at Wally World long enough to know how crazy people get. You know, because people in Walmart are crazy anyway. And then on Friday the 13th, it was even worse. So that's another reason I kind of stayed away. I didn't work today because I would have been having to be in and out of Walmart and dealing with the crazy folk. I just wasn't feeling it today. Was not feeling it. Let's see. Oh. So, yeah, I know that Junior goes back and forth between Michigan and Kentucky to take care of family. Absolutely. We're sending prayers to Miranda. Absolutely. Yeah. Miranda says she didn't realize how fun Arctic was. Oh, Arctic is something. Let me tell you. Don't know what, but he's something. Oh no, we love Arctic. You want to come up? Okay. Let me get the see if I can do this without messing everything up. And I will put it in chat. All right, it should be in there, Arctic. Thank you, Miss Barb. More green hearts. Oh, there's Arctic. Let me see if I can get him added here without messing everything up. There he is. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm not feeling any pain.
I can imagine. Now, didn't you would have thought that the last time you would have learned your lesson, but apparently not.
Okay, but this is a new brand of gummies that I just tried. Okay, and it's not like the other ones. It didn't have Delta 8, Delta 9, and the THCP in it. I thought, oh, okay, I'll because the ones that I've been taking that don't affect me too bad just have I take a whole gummy and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, they're just now starting to kick in. So I would say within the next hour or two, I'm going to be flying high as a kite.
Oh God, just don't get me kicked off of YouTube, okay? That's all I ask.
I won't. I won't.
I'm kidding. Echoes 14. I think I might know you. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here for the craziness tonight. What do you mean lessons are for suckers? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? This is my brother, in case anybody doesn't know. Oh, okay. So he's at work, so I have to be quiet. Well, good. I'm glad you're checking in. Always good to have a family check in. Arctic's already got Miss Paula laughing. Oh, so before we get into the sorry, bud, comments keep popping up. Now he's making faces at me. And I didn't find this out until I'd already made my slideshow, but I believe I read an article, or I did read an article or two that said that the remains that were found have been positively identified as Elijah Vu. So
that's exactly what I was afraid was going to be the outcome in that case.
yeah,
They was just too close to where Elijah's mother was living at the time. So
yeah, absolutely. It's just obviously not the outcome we wanted, but like I said, I never try to, I never want to be negative. I always want to keep hope, but I think this is probably the outcome that most of us were expecting. So we'll just have to wait and see what they figure out and where they go from here. As far as they said they're obviously now investigating it as a death investigation, and whether or not that means homicide, accident, whatever the case may be. Of course, I'm sure we all have our opinions.
Given what we know about the man that was watching him because he was too much trouble, making him stand in the corner for hours and hours at a time, it's not a reach to say that it's a homicide investigation.
Exactly. I'm with you. Yeah, Miranda says absolutely horrifying. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Miss Barbara says we're in trouble now. You mean because Arctic's up here? I'm telling you, it's Friday the 13th. We know what can happen on my live streams when it's not Friday the 13th. So
Well, I mean, and this is Arctic Unleashed. I've got no inhibitions tonight, so.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Oh goodness, you just whatever. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara said, I can't talk. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I need a gummy. Miss Barbara says, "Hey, Echoes 14, good to meet you. Anyone that's related to Southern Gal's a friend of mine." Yes, thank you, Miss Barbara. Yeah, that's one of my baby brothers. Yes, thoughts and prayers to Miranda, absolutely. Miranda wants to know if it's legal. Medical is Miranda in Arkansas.
Well, well, all across America, you can get hemp derived THC gummies, and you can order those by mail. It's part of the
Hmm.
farm bill that was passed.
Yeah. Yep. All righty. Trying to think. So I could probably find an article, one of the news articles to read about Elijah if we want to go over that quickly. I know there's probably been a lot of creators that have been covering it today. Let's see what I can find. Probably whatever will come up first or quickest. Stop the cam for a minute. Nothing will probably come up fast as usual. All right. This is from the Herald Times reporter. Elijah Vu latest Two Rivers police confirm remains are those of boy missing since February. Two Rivers Police Department confirmed a human skull and bones discovered at a property September 7th belonged to missing Elijah Vu. The update was shared at a press briefing at the Two Rivers J.E. Hamilton Community House at 4:30 p.m. The 13th. The police did not take questions from the media. So obviously the Amber Alert is canceled. Two Rivers Chief of Police Benjamin Meinhardt said this is not the outcome we had hoped for. The family is devastated. Our community is devastated. Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office responded to this discovery of human skeletal remains at a private property in Two Rivers September 7th after a local deer hunter who was getting his property ready for the hunting season. And this is usually how these remains are found because I know I've read they have done multiple searches in this area, this vicinity. Never came across these, and it's usually just a hunter, a hiker, jogger that just happens to be, right place at the right time. That usually how these remains are discovered.
Yep.
So it was a local. Go ahead.
I was just agreeing with you. Like, it was a mushroom hunter that discovered the boy in the box all those years ago. So,
Yep. Yep. So local deer hunter, he was getting his property ready for hunting season. He did contact law enforcement, obviously. The sheriff's office said in a news release posted on Facebook the next day it couldn't confirm if the remains were related to Elijah's case, but identification would be what they said a lengthy process. But during the September 13th press briefing, police said it was Wisconsin Crime Lab. A forensic anthropologist confirmed the skull and bones were human remains. They underwent DNA testing after the police department assisted the sheriff's office and Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation with recovery. Minor said the thick wooded area about 3 miles northwest from where Elijah was reported missing February 20th had been canvassed and searched multiple times by law enforcement, private citizens, landowner by air, and with search and rescue teams. The private property was off Christy Bob Lane and Manitou Drive. It was not on nearby Manitou, this Girl Scout camp property. I think that's what was initially reported. Despite all those previous efforts and throughout different conditions and changing seasons, we continued searching and had additional searches scheduled as early as next week. Minor said Elijah's family was notified and asked the public to respect their privacy to grieve. The police chief also asked the police to respect the property owner. Minor extended his gratitude to all the alphabet, the DCI, FBI, fire departments, neighboring agencies, churches, schools, resident search groups for their help. Uh, a minor said that the department's intention was to first notify the family of the discovery of remains and then alert the public. Prior to that, though, reports went out on social media and other platforms, some of which were false and most of which had yet to be confirmed. He said, while we do feel it's important to share information with the public, our first priorities are Elijah and the integrity of the investigation, as well as communication with his family. The department repeatedly said throughout the search for Elijah that it was the sole source of factual information in the investigation. So I think that's about all the new information. The rest of this is about when he went missing and the mother and the stepfather or whatever, the boyfriend. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, be patient, see if they can find anything COD with the remains, but I'm assuming they're have to be skeletal because they said they found the skull and some bones. So a sad situation. Thoughts and prayers to the family, obviously. All right. Oh, Junior's back. Hey, Junior, welcome back. Oh, wrong one. Olivia 2 is here. Hello, Olivia. Comments keep popping up. Yeah, that Dark, it says, seems a little quick for him to be skeletonized. Exactly. Reminds me of Timmy's remains. I mean, absolutely. Melissa says, Barbara, I hope you one day you get justice for your son. Absolutely. Justice for Timmy D's. When I forgot to put up my hold on. Oh goodness. There it is. Okay. All right. So that is the latest on Elijah Vu. All right. So, like I said, it is Friday the 13th. So don't forget, as it says, don't forget to leave out your milk and cookies for Jason Voorhees tonight. And apparently, put out some money because apparently he needs money for camp. Oh God. So being the huge horror movie fan that I am, of course, whenever Friday the 13th rolls around, I will have to watch this, probably fall asleep watching it tonight after I get done here. I have to watch Friday the 13th anytime we have a Friday the 13th. Junior says he liked that song. What song are you talking about? Are you talking about my intro song? Oh, welcome back, Carter. Okay, I missed something. Oh, welcome back, Carter. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm slow tonight. Oh, Melissa says we just had our watch party on live stream. Paula, Friday the 13th. Yep. I'm hoping I have one of my streaming services that I have. I'll be able to watch it for free, or one of the ones that
I remember when Friday the 13th, part whatever it was, Jason Goes to Hell came out, and I just loved it because my brother's name is Jason.
Oh, is it? I have a cousin named Jason. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Now, I like the, was it the Freddy versus Jason one that they did, or Freddy versus Michael? Yeah. I think it was Freddy versus Jason.
It was Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I like that one. Because I've always been, I don't know, probably bigger Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers Halloween fan than, I like Friday the 13th, but the more they kept going with that, because in one of them where he went to space or something, it just got crazy. Just stupid. So get a look. See, said Jason one was one side eating good in the neighborhood, and the other side is bigger for help. Rough times. Okay. Miss Paula says Jason. He'll come up. Jason needs to learn to use a doorknob, or better yet, just leave the door open. Oh. Melissa says 4, 6, 7, and X are her favorites. Yes, Halloween is hands down. The original Halloween came out in 76, 77, whatever year it came out. One of my most favorite movies of all time, regardless of genre. Of course, horror is my favorite genre, but you cannot beat the original Halloween. Always been my favorite. All right, so we're going to leave some milk and cookies out for Jason tonight, and some money, because he needs money for camp. Okay, so first trivia question. So anybody who watches horror, this is easy. So as a young boy at Camp Crystal Lake in 1957, Jason was involved in a traumatic incident that resulted in everyone believing him to be dead for the following 2.5 decades. What was the alleged cause of death for little Jason Voorhees? Y'all popping up too fast here. Melissa says she loves horror. I watch many channels that do horror. I know Miss Paula has told me about some horror channels that I need to get on, and I always forget the name of them. Miss Paula, you're going to have to messenger me them or email. Yes, I love the Scream franchise. Paula says Scream is her favorite franchise. Halloween is her favorite holiday. Yep. So that is my second favorite. Arctic says drowning. Melissa says drowning. Well, if I can get it to come up. Miss Paula says drowning. Yep. Arctic says he likes Final Destination. Yep. And to this day, after watching, I think it was it the first one, I and you see memes about it all the time, but I really do it, is I will not drive. I hate getting behind a truck hauling trees, cut trees. Nope. Oh, Dave is in the house. Hey, Dave. Are you working tonight? Are you listening? Oh, yep, he's listening and driving. Oh. Y'all, comments are popping up too fast here, but that is excellent. Where'd he go? There he is. Dave is listening and driving. Thank you, Dave. Please do check out Dave's channel. Please check out Arctic's channel. Okay, Miss Paula says Craven, Something Scary, and Not Watch Zone, and they have a lot of friends with channels too. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Jill says horror movies are my favorite. The more blood and guts, the better. That's me. I love blood and guts. Oh, of course, I grew up in the 80s. 70s, 80s. I'm a Gen Xer. So we were raised as kids on, Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, Halloween, Michael Myers. So no wonder all of us are screwed up in the head.
Well, I remember when I was little, every Halloween they showed the Faces of Death movies in the movie theater, and my cousin would take me to those movies, and then I'd have nightmares for the next week.
I can't remember which one, because there was a bunch of them. One year when whichever one came out, me and I think I think it was my middle brother. I don't know if it was Echoes. It had to be, because I don't think Daniel and my other brother, Daniel, I've said his name before. Might have been him. One of them, we went to the theater and it was some friends too, and saw to see one of them, whichever one it was, and they gave us, if you made it through the whole movie, they gave you like this little certificate thing. I survived the Faces of Death movie or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Did they do that too?
Yep. And they even had T-shirts you could buy.
Really? I don't remember. They might have had T-shirts, but I probably didn't have the money to buy one. But yeah, we got the certificate and everything. But yeah, so no wonder between drinking out of got whatever metals or lead we got drinking out of the water hoses that screwed us up in the head. Then we had the Faces of Death and all the horror movies. So like I said, no wonder we're all screwed up. We didn't have a chance. All right. Get caught up. Melissa says, Dave, you must be a truck driver. Dave checks on the owls and takes care of the owls. That's all he'll tell us. I think Dave is some kind of secret CIA person because he will never tell us exactly what he does. Maybe it's one of those deals where he could tell us, but then he'd have to kill us. One of those deals. Okay, Melissa says also Movies and Beyond channel. Junior says, I love, Junior says, scariest movie he ever saw was Night of the Living Dead at the drive-in. Oh, I love drive-in theaters. There used to be one here in Arkansas that was still open, but I don't think it is. Yes, I love the original Night of the Living Dead. Dave says he could be the only guy that doesn't mind chick flicks. Oh, so what I like, well, I guess the rom-coms. I watch some rom-coms, but I'm picky about stuff like that, so. Arctic, just jump in with whatever you got whenever you want to.
I will. I'm just waiting for the next question.
Huh?
I'm waiting on the next trivia question.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta give the answer. Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked. Paula says she loves all kinds of different genres of movies. I do too. Oh, Echoes says 2 movies I have to watch for Halloween: the original Night of the Living Dead, yes, and Dawn of the Dead, absolutely. I remember we watched both of those, numerous times. Yes, 1968, and it was in black and white, right? Black and white. Melissa says her daughter lives in Benton. Yeah, Benton's not too far from me. Yes, I love Wrong Turn. That was a good one. Miss Barb says, have you seen Smile? Not yet. I want to see that one. Olivia, going back to the question, says Drowning. I think I'm caught up. So, yes, obviously, it was Drowning. So in the original Friday the 13th, we learned that Jason drowned because the lifeguards were off in the bushes. What they say on was it the Newlywed Game, making whoopee. They were getting it on in the bushes instead of watching Jason. So the supposed drowning was what they call the original sin that brought evil to the area. And the 2 lifeguards homicides the following year was the first in a string of violent incidents that would culminate in Jason's homicidal rampage years later. So for bonus points, and this is kind of a tricky one, or a trick question maybe, who was the original actor who portrayed Jason in this one, the very first one, the original one? If anybody knows. Paula says Kane Hodder. I said this was kind of a trick question. And for anybody who knows these series, in this one, the very first one, Jason actually was not actually the killer in this one. Melissa says, was the mother in one? Yep, the mother was actually the maniac in the very first one. Olivia 2 says, anyone seen The Strangers? I can't remember. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Oh, Dave says The Shining is his favorite horror movie. I love The Shining. Stephen King wasn't so much a fan of his, because Stephen King wrote the book, but he wasn't a fan of the who was it, Kubrick that did the Shining, the movie version. Stephen King wasn't a fan, but see, that's another one. See, very few horror movies creep me out. The Exorcist is one that creeps me out to this day, and I've watched it hundreds of times, 100 times, and it still creeps me out. It'll give me nightmares. But Olivia said, I saw The Exorcist when it came out. I didn't watch another scary movie for 30 years. Let's see. Oh, Jill says she doesn't like Jack Nicholson. Yeah, he's an acquired taste. Melissa says Betsy Palmer. Miss Paula says the mother was the offender in the first one. Yeah, so Melissa says, yeah, no, I'm saying the answer, it was the mother. Yes, she was, but they're actually at the end of the movie, the very last scene, the one surviving girl, I can't think of the character's name, is in the boat in the middle of the lake, and Jason comes up and grabs her and pulls her out of the boat. Paula says that she has never seen The Shining all the way through. I've seen it. I've watched it all the way through, probably 2 or 3 times, and I watch bits and pieces. Paula says yeah, I love Psycho. Absolutely. Arctic says Ari Lehman. So we have a winner. And we're just going on the honor system, guys, because I know you guys can get, I'm not saying Arctic did, but I know you guys can get on the phone and Google stuff, but just for fun. Yes, actually, Ari Lehman did portray Jason through the dreams and the memories of Betsy, his mother, during the first one. And then I'm sure it was a stunt double in the ending scene, or it might have been him that did it. And actually, the hockey goalie mask that Jason wears, that did not come into the movies until, I believe, the third one. But yes, Kane Hodder did also portray him in, I think, four of them, 4 of the installments. I can't remember exactly which ones now. I think it's maybe 3. But I love Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder does a lot of horror movies. Arctica says he only knew because they just recently watched the movie. Yep. Wolfen. Oh, I haven't watched that one in a long time. Get Alexia said Wolfen. Jill says Jack Nicholson was in the one who was. I can't read tonight, guys. The best movie Jack Nicholson was in is the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest. I'll get it out in a minute. Lord have mercy. All right. So I don't know what I have next. Oh, this was just something I found. Everyone says, oh, I'm so sad summer's ending. No, not me. For one, I'm glad summer's ending because I hate the heat, and I'm ready for Halloween. Ready for Halloween. All right, so we can't talk about movies or anything without acknowledging the magnificent James Earl Jones. Unfortunately passed away. Darth Vader, or the voice of Darth Vader, Mufasa, the heart and soul of Field and Dreams, along with many other movies and TV appearances. He did pass away Monday, and I did not realize that he was 93 years old. So James Earl Jones, well known for his roles in Field of Dreams, The Lion King, Star Wars, and more, passed away. He was 93. He passed away Monday morning, surrounded by his family. His representatives confirmed he was at his home in New York. COD was not immediately released. Not being flippant, but I would say old age. But I believe I read an article that he did have type 2 diabetes. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Jones, fun fact, his first acting credit dates back to 1966 when he appeared in the television series soap opera The Guiding Light. This is according to IMDb. His extensive resume also includes roles in Out of This World films and shows, on Baseball Diamonds, and overseeing the Animal Kingdom. So once again, making reference to Star Wars, The Lion King, Field of Dreams. Yes, absolutely. I was just heartbroken when I read that. Paula says she will miss him. Yes, that voice. And he not only movies and TV, but he had been doing the Arby's commercials. He had done a thing for CNN. Trying to think of some other ones they mentioned, but I have a short little about 2-minute video clip I'm going to play. But yeah, I just hate to see it. All right, so I'm gonna have to load it again because I think yeah. All right, so I'm gonna play this right quick and we will be back.
Morning and evening. For over 70 years, he graced stage and screen with a voice that commanded attention. Don't you try and go through life worried if somebody like you or not. James Earl Jones was born in rural Mississippi in 1931, raised by his mother and his grandparents. As a child, he developed a debilitating stutter. You never get over it, really. You simply learn how to work around it, you know. A high school teacher helped Jones find his confidence and his voice. He fell in love with the stage at the University of Michigan and debuted on Broadway in 1957. Just want to block and then keeping him off me. His breakthrough Tony-winning performance came as boxing champ Jack Johnson in The Great White Hope, which was later turned into a movie. Because every time you push that pinched-up face in front of me, I see where it done got me. As his movie career grew, he continued acting on the small screen. The first celebrity guest on Sesame Street. I am the father. But it was a 2.5-hour voiceover session for George Lucas that changed his life. So he hires a guy born in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, who stutters. And that's the voice, and that's me. I lucked out. The role propelled him, or at least his voice, to worldwide fame as Darth Vader in Star Wars. For the next 40 years, he excelled on stage, winning a second Tony Award. James And on the big screen, a Navy admiral in The Hunt for Red October. And I was never here. In The Lion King. You are more than what you have become. The voice of a network. This is CNN. And the voice of all baseball fans in Field of Dreams. People will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. He received an honorary Academy Award, had a Broadway theater named for him, became a Kennedy Center honoree, continuing to work in new projects, and revisiting classic roles. I'm only brave when I have to be. May I have your attention, please? On screen and in life, James Earl Jones was a king. The goal wasn't to be a billionaire or to be a Hollywood star, to be a part of good storytelling. The goal was about that. I found you! He found his voice, and we got a legend. Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Oh, it just breaks my heart watching that. Oh,
I know.
great
It's
loss.
like a piece of my childhood just got ripped away.
I know, between Star Wars obviously is the first thing that when I heard that voice. Darth Vader has always been my favorite character from the Star Wars franchise. But yeah, just that voice. And then, of course, when The Lion King came out, Mufasa, it just breaks my heart. And I did not know that he was on the Guiding Light soap operas, or a soap opera. Miranda said Sesame Street was her favorite, and Star Wars. Star Wars is absolutely my favorite. Oh, Miranda says go Blue. Oh, I forgot to. Kansas State is playing somebody right now. I can't. There's a commercial on right now. Yes, Paula said he was a game changer. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Junior says he first saw Star Wars when it came out in Toronto. See, I remember it maybe when they re-released them, because the first one, well, A New Hope was just technically the fourth one in the franchise, came out in 77, I believe. So I only would have been 6 years old. But I think when they re-released them at whatever point, I was older, and we went to see them in the theaters, and it was just the first time I saw Darth Vader walk through the smoke and the thing, and I was like, wow, I love this character. Love it.
I wish I still had all my Star Wars toys from way back in the 70s.
Oh my God. We still have ours here packed up somewhere. Actually, I think they may be next door at my uncle lives there now, but it was my grandparents' house. We had every figure, we had the Millennium Falcon, we had the AT-AT, which my youngest brother still has that. It's up on above the fire, on the fireplace mantle in their house, actually. We had anything and everything, Star Wars toys, and and even you would not imagine, or y'all can't imagine how much stuff is worth, even, the original stuff, original toys, even out of the box and whatever, doesn't have to be in mint condition. People will still pay bukus of money for that stuff. But I don't know if I could ever part with any of it. Oh. Yep, Dave said he was a legend. Absolutely. Yes, I love Sesame Street. That was a part of my childhood. Get caught up. All right. So that is the great James Earl Jones. Oh, and I just found a couple of these things. I love that on the left there with the depicting Darth Vader, and then Mufasa on the, that just makes me want to cry too. And I don't know if the one on the right is actually real or if it was Photoshop, but supposedly that was the Empire State Building done up in Darth Vader colors. Like I said, I don't know if that's real or not, or Photoshop, but it's cool. I thought it was a cool picture nonetheless. Paula says she loves Sesame Street growing up. Oh goodness, Dave says he probably saw it'll come up. Where'd it go? The wrong one. He probably saw Star Wars 100 times in the theaters. Yep. Can't beat the theaters. And I haven't been to the theater to see a movie in so long. Probably when the newest trilogy of Star Wars movies came out, I saw the first two of those in the theater. I haven't seen, what was the third one? The Rise of Skywalker. I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to watch it on the Disney app. But he said, Dave says he saw Return of the Jedi more. Yeah, I think out of the original trilogy, which would be 4, 5, and 6, that Empire Strikes Back, which is the darkest of the original trilogy. But to me, the darkest ones of the franchise, like Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Sith, or Revenge of the Sith, excuse me. The darker ones, to me, are my favorites, are the best ones. That's just my opinion. Melissa says she only likes the two that have Yoda in it, and Empire Strikes Back. Yes, Empire Strikes Back is probably my out of the whole franchise, my favorite one. Miranda says she saw Empire in theaters, but was too young to see Star Wars in theaters. Yep, she says Empire is great. Absolutely. All right. Okay, so we're going to guess some songs. And I do have, just depending on what everybody wants to do, a separate slideshow with some guess the songs, and I have some movie stuff. So obviously this is one is a guess the song. This should be an easy one for most everybody. I promise I will not sing the lyrics. Or I might just let you read them. I'm a cowboy on the steel horse I ride. I am. And the next lyrics are actually the name of the song. Yep, yeah, we did. Echo says went to the Cinema 150 in Little Rock to see Empire on opening day. You were there. Yep, I remember that. I remember that, Bubba. I do. Miranda says Bon Jovi, Wanted Dead or Alive. Melissa said every rose has its thorn. Miss Barb says Kid Rock. Melissa says Bon Jovi. Oh, Echoes has got to go back to work. Have a good night at work. Miss ya, love ya. Paula says Wanted Dead or Alive. Well, how do you know you got it wrong? I haven't given the answer yet, Miss Barbara. Echo says bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Arctic, you got any guesses? You probably know what it is.
It's John Bon Jovi, but I'm gonna say I was thinking Kid Rock at first too, Barbara. So
Yeah, because which song is that? He says I'm a cowboy. Is it
Cowboy
Cowboy?
Baby.
Maybe that's the same. Yeah, that's the name of the song. Yeah, I'm a cowboy, baby. Yeah, I forgot about about that one. Yeah, we saw Kid Rock a few years ago when he came to Memphis. He actually put on a good show. Miss Miranda says, anyone want to go to the prayer walk for Abby and Libby in Delphi on October 13th? I'm sure you would have some takers. All right, so obviously the answer is Wanted Dead or Alive. One of my favorite songs ever by one of my favorite groups ever. Came out in 1986. Slippery When Wet, written by John and Richie, as most of Bon Jovi's songs were written. Released in 87, the album's third single. So that means the first two were going to be probably Living on a Prayer and You Give Love a Bad Name. Bon Jovi and Cinderella, first concert I ever went to see. And Miranda says he's from Michigan, but he moved to Tennessee. Oh, Kid Rock, yeah. Yep. Junior says he will go, or I'd go, Miranda, talking about to the walk. All right. All right, here's the next one. And I so want to sing these lyrics because I'm singing them in my head. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came, down in the hollow, playing a new game. It's an older one. Archie said he would go if he was closer. Absolutely. Miss Jill says that she is going to the walk. Melissa is in New York. Miranda's guess is Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Love Van Morrison. Any other guesses? As Paula says, Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. Get a look see is giving Miranda a clap or a prayer hands. I can't tell what it is. Sorry, I was reading comments. Yes, it is Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Good job, guys. That's an easy one. I love Van Morrison, obviously. So Brown Eyed Girl is sung by Northern Irish singer and songwriter Van Morrison. It was written by him in March of 1967. It was released as a single in June of the same year, peaking at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song spent a total of 16 weeks on the chart. It featured the Sweet Inspirations, the singing backup vocals, and is considered to be Van Morrison's signature song. Oh, yeah, get a look, see what's clapping. Now, I like probably Brown Eyed Girl and Into the Mystic, is that what it's called? I love those two by him. Moondance is another good one. Absolutely. All right, see what we got next. This one should be easy too. I still want to sing. You should have seen by the look of my eyes, baby, but there was something missing. You should have seen, known by the tone of my voice, maybe, but you didn't listen. And I forgot to say, which I said these are easy. The little dots below the line are how many words are in the name of the song, and then the little dashes are the number of words or letters in the words. That's what I'm trying to say. Arctic, I think some of your gummies have rubbed off on me. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't talk. Al says REO. What is it? Mr. Steve calls it REO speed buggy. That just kills me. REO speed buggy. Yeah, I think Mr. Steve, I watched his live. Was it last night? It was a little bit later last night. I think he said he would be home or back to Georgia or Florida, whichever one he's going to sometime tonight. Any more guesses? We have a band name. We don't have a song title yet. Miranda says Speedwagon. She was finishing Dave's thought. Paula says REO, Keep on Loving You. We have a winner. It is REO Speed Buggy, Keep on Loving You. Obviously written by the wonderful Kevin Cronin, performed by REO Speedwagon. I'm forever going to say REO Speed Buggy now. Thanks, Mr. Steve. Features the lead guitar work of Gary Richrath, who I believe passed away not too long ago. It appeared on REO Speedwagon's 1980 album High Infidelity. It was the first REO Speedwagon song to break the top 50 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, reaching the #1 spot for just 1 week in March of 1981. It was certified platinum for U.S. sales of over 1 million copies. It peaked at number 7 on the UK singles chart. Miss Barbara says it's rubbing off on all of us, Arctic. That's all right, Dave. You be careful listening and driving. All right, let's see. We got 8. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen on, but I'm in a lot of music groups on my personal account on Facebook, and we do this thing. You use emojis to do a song. So if anybody can guess, this is a song. It's an older song. Oh, Al says that would have been an excellent concert. Dave said that he saw REO with Billy Squier. I love Billy Squier too. So if anybody can decipher the song, just let me know. I'm trying to think if I just made this one up or if I'd seen it in some of the ones that's been posted in the music groups. Now y'all got me wanting. I would need a good rock and roll concert. Melissa says poop TP thumbs up. That would be a good song.
I've got the last word.
Huh?
I said I've got the first and the last word, but I'm still trying to figure out what the toilet paper roll is.
So you kind of with the roll of toilet paper, you kind of have to add a little bit more. Roll is the key word, and add a little bit more to roll, and you should have it. Oh, that's not it, but I didn't even think about that. Paula said like a rock. Bob Seger. Miss Barbara says she can't stop laughing. Are you talking about a poop TP thumbs up?
Like a Rolling Stone?
Bingo. Arctic got it. Good job. Even with the gummies. Well, maybe that helped because it is Bob Dylan, you know. So, of course, Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan was released in July 1965, long before I was ever born. But I do love some Bob Dylan and some Like a Rolling Stone. It's a confrontational lyrics originated in an extended piece of verse Dylan wrote in June of 65 when he returned exhausted from a grueling tour of England. Dylan distilled this draft into 4 verses in the chorus. Like a Rolling Stone was recorded a few weeks later as part of the sessions for the forthcoming Highway 61 Revisited. Get a look. It says Skid Paper. That'd be a good band name, close to the Skid Row. Yes, it is a tragic song. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Paula said, I remember that song, but I saw The Rock. Yeah. That was a good guess. I did, like I said, I didn't even think, and I love Like a Rock by Bob Seger. Good song. All right. Let's see what we got next. So this is Name the Movie. We're going to interject a movie. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Once again, the dashes and dots are the so 2 kind of like charades, I guess. 2 words. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is true crime related.
The Godfather.
Bingo. That was a good guess too, Paula. Scarface. Absolutely, The Godfather. It's one of my favorite, that line, and it was an improvised line. So yes, it is from The Godfather. Fortunately, poor Paulie, played by John Martino, is killed after the line, leave the gun, take the cannoli. It is delivered by the character Clemenza, played by the excellent Richard Castellano. After Paulie is killed, the line is considered an iconic ad lib that captures the importance of food in Italian culture and the close-knit family life of the mob. Castellano improvised the line based on a suggestion from his wife and co-star Ardell Sheridan. The original line was just supposed to be "Take the cannoli," but he said, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli." But I do love Scarface too, Paula. If I get it to come up again, where'd it go? There it is. Love Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. Love some Al Pacino. Dave says the REO concert was the only concert that he ever bought a concert shirt from. I have a closet full still of concert shirts from back in the 80s and 90s. And I even sold off some of them, and I still have a whole bunch of them. Still have a lot of them. And people will pay good money for original 80s and 90s concert t-shirts. They will pay dang good money for 90s era, Attitude Era wrestling t-shirts, especially Kane and The Undertaker. I made a lot of money selling off some of my wrestling t-shirts that I'd accumulated. Paula says, you're talking about The Godfather, says she hasn't seen this all the way through either. I suggest if you get time, watch it all the way through. Godfather 1, Godfather 2 are excellent. 3 to me was a little bit too out there for me. I watched it, of course, obviously, but definitely 1 and 2. Again, Lucy says she traded an REO jersey for an Acid Rescue tee. I don't know what that is. Al said they used to make your own shirts. That's a good song. Melissa says she's got Cats in the Cradle in her head. That is an excellent song. There's Miss Dandy. Hello, Dandy. She says, sorry, I'm late. Don't flag or flog me. I thought you said don't flag me. I'm not going to flog you or flag you. I know Miss Barbara might flag you. She might get her red flags out for you. Paula says she has a lot of concert t-shirts. Yep. Yes. Miranda says she used to watch WWE when she was a kid. Yeah. I grew up watching wrestling back in very young in the old Mid-South days, and the was it when WCW, NWA. The market here, the Memphis markets is what they usually showed, or Memphis regions is what they showed around here. And I actually got to go to one probably NWA wrestling show they did at Barton Coliseum. I remember Rock and Roll Express was there, and the Midnight Express, Jim Cornette, Junkyard Dog was there, I believe. All the greats. Terry Taylor, love Terry Taylor, Rock and Roll Express. And then we kept watching it throughout. And probably the Attitude would be what they called in the 90s, from 90 till 2000, the Attitude Era in WCW and WWE, when they were competing against each other. That competition made for a lot of excellent entertainment, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. David says we used to get the decals from the mall and have them put on a regular t-shirts. Yep. Yeah, they used to do those. We had a local t-shirt shop here back then, and they would do that. Basically, kind of like an iron-on decal. It's not fancy like the ones they do now, but yeah, you could take a picture in, and they would somehow copy it and put it on the shirt. And Melissa says somebody's laugh is contagious. Oh, are you talking about Mr. Steve? Look at it. He said Jersey shirt had an REO concert in 1982 in Busch Stadium. Happy Friday the 13th to you too, Dandy. I hope everybody's had a non-eventful Friday the 13th. Miss Barbara's calling somebody a jolly old man. Are you talking about Mr. Steve? All right. Let's see what we got next. Okay, so guess the movie by the quote. So this is life. This is some of the stuff that I put on my second channel, my Southern Retro channel. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Bingo. Arctic is on it. Arctic is on it. Absolutely. Love me some Ferris Bueller. Yep, that is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Came out in 1986. God, that seems like. On one hand, it seems like so long ago, and then the other hand, it seems like it's just yesterday. Of course, written co-produced, directed by the magnificent John Hughes. I love every John Hughes movie. And Ferris Bueller, you got Breakfast Club, which is my absolute favorite. 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science. The list goes on and on and on. I saw a question, I lost it. Hold on. Oh, Miranda says, or is asking, does anyone mind saying how old they are or what era they grew up in? She'll be 47 next month and grew up in the 80s, but my favorite music is 70s. I am 53, so I'm a Gen Xer. I was born in 71. So I grew up in the 70s and early 80s, was a teenager, a young adult, wild child in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't mind telling my age.
Yep, I'm 39. I grew up in the 70s and 80s too. So.
Absolutely. We survived as Gen Xers, and I still don't understand this, whatever it is between the Gen Xers and the Gen Z. I don't know what that whole thing is. Yep, Arctic says he's 49. Yep, he's a Gen Xer. Get a look see, said 61. 61 years young. Oh, please. Miss Barbara says she feels old on here. Don't feel old. No, ma'am. Dandy says she'll be 46 in December, born in 78. Miss Paula says she was born in 79. Melissa Wildcard, she's 47. Grew up to 8P Live, born in upstate New York. Oh, Olivia too says we're all youngins. Miranda says Gen X for the win. Absolutely. Absolutely. Junior says 70s. Melissa says 80s. Yep, we got a lot of Gen Xers in here, and a couple of boomers. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know if we got any Gen Zers in here. Some youngins. To me, Gen Zers are youngins. So what was, I keep forgetting, millennials were between what, Gen X and then millennial and then Gen Z, and then I don't know what it is after that. Can't keep up with it. Jill says she's 61 years young. All right. Oh yeah, and I love that. I just stuck this in here from the Breakfast Club. If he gets up, we'll all get up. It'll be anarchy. I say that all the time. Of course, I replace some of the words, but John Bender, one of my favorite characters from Breakfast Club or from any movie, played by Judd Nelson. Love some Judd Nelson. All right, I got a couple of memes. I love this. It's got a little doggy sitting there with the shadow. It says, "Holy crap, I'm Batman." I just found that funny for some reason. I always love funny animal stuff. Absolutely. Dandy says, it's really cool that we're all here. That's what matters. A great bunch of people here. Absolutely. All right. Yes, and to me, this meme sums up perfectly cats. So you see the little cat there. Says my food dish is only 7/8 full. My water is missing a sip. My litter box has 2 clumps in it. You come here expecting to sit down. Think again. That perfectly sums up cats. If you have crackhead cats like mine, then it's even worse. How's your kitties doing, Arctic?
They're hell on wheels, is what they are. That Sylvester was chasing Smokey around the house this morning, bouncing off the damn walls. The two of them.
Oh yeah, that Tigger and Biscuit do that all the time. They were doing it earlier. I had to kick them both out and lock them out so I could do the live stream, or they'd be in here tearing up Jack. It's crazy. They're little crackheads. Oh, Paula says she watched the Breakfast Club all the way through a couple of months ago. I cannot. I've watched Breakfast Club hundreds and hundreds of times. I love it. Love it, love it. One of my favorites, if not the favorite. Yep, Dandy says it'll come up. It's not about age, it is about passion. Absolutely. Paula says she loves dogs. I love all critters. But I've just always been a cat person as far as pets. Now, when we were younger, I mean, we had dogs, farm cats. But love my kitties. See, I think I had another. Oh yeah, and the difference between cats and dogs. Petting a dog, the dog is like, "Oh, that's perfect. I love you. I love you. I love you." Petting a cat, you're doing it wrong. I kill you. That sums it up perfectly. Let's see. Dandy, I lost her comment. Hold on. Says that she has a Maine Coon and parrots. I think I'm insane. You're not insane. Yes, Heathers. I love Heathers. Heathers. Dave says Heathers. The movie was good. I loved Heathers. I watched that the other night, as a matter of fact, because I think it was last weekend. I don't know if it was IFC or one of the channels. I guess was apparently having an 80s weekend, so I watched Heathers. They did Heathers, The Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, all the good ones. So, of course, I just stayed up all night binge watching all of them. Dave says 70s. Miranda says she has a dog named Finn and a cat named Callie. Cute, cute. Arctic says, where'd it go? Arctic says he wants a parrot, but the cats would eat it. Yeah. Yep. Jill says she has 3 pit bulls and a squirrel. So you have a literal squirrel for the dogs. Paula says she is she loves animals and she is a dog lover. Absolutely. Like I said, I love all critters. Yeah, Dandy says her where'd it go? It keeps popping. My kid, dadgummit. Says my kitty annihilates me after hours. People say that's love. I respectfully disagree. Yes, sometimes when my cats, especially Little Biscuit, because Little Biscuit is extra. He is extra special because he had I think a death experience, but he came back, and he has not been right since. Of course, he was just little when that happened. So that's how Biscuit came to be an inside cat and has to be taken care of because he ain't got no sense through no fault of his own. I think he got some brain damage from near drowning. But yeah, when he gets, because he'll get crazy at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and he still has his claws. He's not declawed, so my legs are tore up from where he comes running and jumps up on my bed and gets my legs. Junior says he has 3 cats, Princess, Max, and Cora. I love those names. Oh yeah, Dave has a zoo. I remember Dave talking about. He says he's got 2 big dogs, 6 cats, 1 guinea pig, a bearded dragon, and a massive rabbit. Dave, we got to call him Farmer Dave.
Yeah, that's more animals than the Oklahoma City Zoo.
Yeah, exactly. Oh goodness, I haven't been to the zoo in forever. We used to go when we were kids. Of course, we used to go to the Little Rock Zoo all the time, and I think I've been to the Memphis Zoo once or twice back in the day, but I haven't been to a zoo in forever. Miranda says, "And a partridge in a pear tree." All right. Oh crap, that's all the side. Okay, well, actually, we can talk about whatever you guys want to, but I do have another slides that I made with some more guess the songs and things of that nature. Unless you guys have something that anything you want to talk about, or if Arctic's got some stand up he wants to do.
Oh, tonight's not the night.
Tonight's not the night. Olivia says she has 2 dogs, a golden lab, and a newly rescued adopted Shih Tzu. Yes, absolutely. Love some rescue animals. Tigger was a rescue animal, actually rescued twice because the lady that had him before we had him, they got him from a shelter, and then she had to go in the nursing home. And Tigger, if we wouldn't have taken him, he probably would have ended up back in the shelter. So we took him.
Yeah, 2
Miss
of mine are
Barbara,
rescue cats.
yes, and I'm telling you guys, rescue all animals, cats, dogs, and any other, but cats are especially, because cats very rarely make it out of shelters unless it's just the no-kill shelters. Because apparently, and it's fine, everybody wants dogs, but cats definitely need homes too. Miss Barbara says new songs. You want to do some more songs? Dandy says she has been to the Kansas City Zoo, San Antonio, Omaha, Tulsa, Denver. It's rather sad. Yeah. Now, a lot of them now it's not like when we were kids growing up, they were in these little cages. A lot of them, I know the Little Rock Zoo has built the big open spaces for the animals. Miranda says, "Can you play Moon Dance by Van Morrison?" I can't play any music on here because I'd get a copyright strike, most likely. I wish I could play some music on here. That would be nice. Miss Paula says I remember you saying that last night started a rewatch of the West Memphis documentary. Are you talking about the Paradise Lost ones? Yeah, if I had Max, because I haven't watched the Paradise Lost one since they originally came out years and years ago, back when I still had HBO, and I don't have Max because you have to pay for it, and I have too many now that I can't afford that I pay for just the basic plans. But I would love to be able to go back and rewatch the Paradise Lost trilogy with maybe fresh eyes, new eyes, because back when those came out, that was about the only thing, unless you were local, and even, I mean, so on the TV end of it, media end of it, you had they're guilty, 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 all the stuff that was going on. And then when the Paradise Lost trilogies came out, it was slanted towards their innocence. So that's all we had to go off of back then. Of course, now there's a million different documentaries that's been made. You got the West of Memphis, you got the all the books that came out, Marl Everett book, which the movie Devil's Knot was based on that book. And you've got so much stuff now giving both viewpoints. So, but yes, I would love to go back and rewatch the Paradise Lost. Excellent. Miranda says in her county they have no kill shelter. I think most of the ones around here in my part of Arkansas are no kill. Paula says new songs, do songs. All right. Danny says in Colorado there's a law that says cannot be killed or relocated, only spayed, neutered, and released. That's being spayed and neutered, even if they have to be released back out. That's being spayed and neutered is a good thing. Junior says he adopted Max from the Humane Society. Princess and Cora, my granddaughter, left me when they moved. Excellent. Paula says she's finished those already. Oh, you talking about the Paradise Lost? Arctic, you've been up since 4 a.m.?
Yeah, I have to get up early on Fridays because that's my trash day. I have to get everything out to the curb. I have to take my mom to the beauty shop and all that jazz.
Oh, okay. I understand. And if you get tired and you want to jump off of here, just go ahead, buddy. I understand. I'm not trying to get rid of you, but
No, I'm all right. I can stay up for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get caught up, and then everybody's saying they want to do some more songs, and so I've got another Hottie Bear Mother slideshow. Pass me some of them gummies. Get my other slideshow up. Lord have mercy, I can't talk. And my vape only has nicotine in it. I swear it didn't have anything else in it that I know of. And my tea is just a regular tea. It's not like a Long Island iced tea or anything like that. Okay, Dandy says they have a super box. We can get almost everything on it, but I don't watch TV. Is that kind of like a Fire Stick or something of that nature? I was thinking about getting like a Fire Stick or some kind of, cutting the cord, because we still have satellite. We have a dish open. Anybody interested? Kansas State is beating Arizona 31-7. So I'm not missing anything on the ball game. Miss Barb says she went to the beauty shop today. You are beautiful always, Miss Barbara. All right. Let me go find my other. Hopefully, I remember to load it. My other slideshow. There it is. All right. That is a good song. Miranda's singing Hooked on a Feeling. Now that's going to be stuck in my head. Like that. Love that song. Love that song. All right. I'm gonna turn my camera back on. I'm sorry. I keep scratching my nose. It's itching. I don't want to be rude on camera. Okay. And so Dandy says the Super Box streams most anything after it's been downloaded onto the internet immediately. Excellent. I might have to check that out. Okay. First song. Once again, I will not sing these, although I'm singing the lyrics in my head. Burning the ground. I break from the crowd. I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. And once again, the dots and letters. 4 words in 4 words in the song, and the dashes are how many letters are in each word. This is probably an easy one for a lot of us. I love the video for this song. This is my first band crush. Still love them to this day. I'm gonna try to keep up with you guys' comments here. All right, Dave says every time he goes to the beauty shop, they close. Miss Barbara says hungry like the wolves, like the wolf. We have a winner. Miss Barb got it. It is Hungry Like the Wolf by the amazing, fantastic, my obsession, Duran Duran. So it is by English New Wave. I liked a lot of the new, what they call the New Wave British bands. Duran Duran, Duran Duran, Culture Club, whichever other ones they consider the New Wave. So it was obviously written by the band members, produced by whoever. It was on the Rio album. I actually have Rio and Seven and the Ragged Tiger on vinyl somewhere in this house, packed away. It was released on May 4th of 1982 as the band's fifth single in the UK, and it was released on June 8th of 82 in the United States. It reached number 5 on the UK single chart. It received a platinum certification from the British, I almost said phonographic industry. Yes, Miss Barbara has given the thumbs up. Good job, Miss Barb. Dandy's telling Dave they are denying. Why is it not coming up? They are denying your beauty. Sue them. Dave, why don't you just go ask Ruckus? I'm sure he's got some hair products that you can use, according to Mr. Steve. Oh, goodness. All right. Next. This is an older one. Billy Ray was a preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. It's supposed to be I'd come along. Oh no, when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, that's when Billy would take me walking. I so want to sing, but y'all don't want to hear that. And I actually first heard this song in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Dave said somebody, are the owls hiding? Is that what you're saying? Then he said, tell them how pretty you could have felt and was denied. Yes, we understand, Dave. Yep. Dave is listening and driving. Any guesses? I know I haven't stumped y'all. Y'all are too smart for that. I'm trying to think of some more clues I can give. It's by a female. Like I said, if you watched Quentin Tarantino movies, it was featured in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Yes, absolutely. Dandy says, "Stay safe, Dave." Absolutely. Or sore. She put sore safe, Dave. Get a look. See, it says son of a preacher man. Any other guesses? Get a look. See is correct. It is son of a preacher man. Yep, Miss Barbara Hall said got it. Yep, by Dusty Springfield. So this was evidently her last top 30 hit until 1987. And I did not know until I was putting this together in 1987. She did a collaboration with the Pet Shop Boys. Another, I guess they were British, weren't they? New Wave. Love the Pet Shop Boys. The single, What Have I Done to Deserve This? Son of a Preacher Man found a new audience when it was included on Quentin Tarantino's 1994 Pulp Fiction, one of the best movies ever, in my opinion. And it was a re-release. A re-release of the single reached #1 in Iceland in 1995. So I love that song. Yeah, Dandy says she's more of a name that tune kind of gal. I grew up on radio on mixtapes. Yeah, if I would have had time, I would have tried to do, because I know the first one we did, I screen recorded because it's called Quiz something, Quiz Paradise, or there's a whole bunch of different ones that you can go and they give play a snippet of a song, and you have so much, like 2 seconds to guess what it is. And it's got all different categories, all different genres and decades and things of that nature. Miranda says she loves that song. You talking about Son of a Preacher Man? Absolutely. Yes, West End Girls. Absolutely. Pet Shop Boys. Uh-huh. Yes, love West End Girls. That's the only one I can ever think of when I think of Pet Shop Boys. I know they've got more, but all right. Next is, okay, so this is a song, but it's the Guess It by the Emoji. This is a very popular one in the music groups when we do this game in the music groups. So this is a song. It is a 1980s song. I muted myself instead of doing the cam. Absolutely. Oh, Miranda says Pulp Fiction was a great film. Yes, it is. One of my favorite. Once again, I keep saying one of my favorite movies. That's probably one of my top 3 favorite movies all time. Get a Look, she says Sunglasses at Night. Miss Barbara says Sunglasses at Night. Think we have some winners. Dandy says I can hear a few notes and know the song and sing along if it's before 2000. Yeah. I don't listen to a lot of music after the 2000, maybe early 2000s, when like Linkin Park and groups like that, rock groups were still around or coming, getting popular, late 90s, early 2000s. Yes, Son of a Preacher Man was in Pulp Fiction. Absolutely. That's where I first heard the song at. Now Dandy's singing. I wear my sunglasses and that so I can. So like I'm gonna start singing, y'all, and you guys do not want me to start singing. Maybe if I had some Arctic's gummies, I'd be brave enough to sing, and then everybody would definitely be tuning out. But yes, it is Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart, another one of my crushes. So this came out in 80. I'm trying to read the small 84. First single from his debut album, First Offense. I had it wasn't an album, it was a cassette tape at that back then. Became a hit single in the US, officially rising to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. It combines an unflagging synthesizer hook. What 80s song didn't have a synthesizer in it? A characteristic arpeggio, a rock guitar, and cryptic lyrics. I would not just. I don't think I'd go so far as to say 80s lyrics were cryptic. I don't think they were that. Let's see. All Music has since described it as an instant classic with its distinctive melody and catchy chorus. Yes, as Barbara says, winner, winner, chicken dinner, get a look-see. Absolutely. Yep, great song. He's cute. Yes, I love Corey Hart. I haven't seen one check to see what he looks like lately, but yeah, back in the day, he was a hottie. And I'm trying to think of any other songs besides Sunglasses at Night that he sang. Oh, Dandy. Dandy says her thumb had an epileptic episode, had to delete a message. Oh goodness. Hey, it's a free for all tonight. You post what you want. Oh goodness. All right. All right. This should be easy. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Everybody's laughing at Dandy. Dandy, blink twice if you need help, honey. Blink twice if you need help. Give the international sign for the. I know you're not being kidnapped or anything, but give the. Let me see if I can. Oh, I got to turn my camera back. I was doing it without my camera on. Give the sign if you need help. There's the sign. Oh, goodness. Kill me. Kill me. Miss Miranda said the doors light my fire. I believe we do have a winner. Miss Barbara said light my fire. Dandy said light my fire. We got lots of winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner again. Yes, it is the Marvelous Doors. So, when I think of this, and the Doors performing this, obviously, well, it may not be obvious to people who don't listen to the Doors, but they were invited to be on the Ed Sullivan Show, and they sang this, but the producer of the show, or somebody who I think was Ed Sullivan's son-in-law or brother-in-law or something, wanted them to change the lyric, girl, we couldn't get much higher, to something else, girl, we couldn't get much better, or something of that nature. Obviously, anybody who knows the Doors and Jim Morrison knows that did not happen. He said, girl, we couldn't get much higher. And apparently they had made a deal a multi-episode deal, that the Doors were going to be on the Ed Sullivan Show multiple times. But after this, when he did not change the lyrics, they were banned from Ed Sullivan, never appeared on there again. Don't think it hurt their career much.
No.
Yeah, I love the Doors. Love the Doors. And I thought Val Kilmer did an excellent job in the movie they did of the Doors, playing Jim Morrison. And what's her the one that played his wife? I don't know if Pam. I don't know if they ever actually got married, but Meg Ryan, is that the one that played her?
I think so.
Yeah. You're talking about Corey Hart, and Melissa said he is the brother of Melissa Joan Hart and the Hart Wrestler. Hart Wrestlers are from. Oh yeah, well maybe Corey Hart is from Canada. I know about the Hart Wrestlers. He might be the brother of Melissa Joan Hart. She was an actress, right? Yeah, Miranda says Jim Morrison was sexy AF. Yeah, I agree. Until he got, with the drugs and the alcohol, and he put on the weight. Yep, Dandy says she loves the Doors. Absolutely. Yes, he died in, was it France? France or Italy? France. He's actually buried there. Is it France? I should know this. I know all my Doors trivia. Oh, Dandy said John Lennon died on her birthday. Love John Lennon. John Lennon was probably my favorite Beatle. Miranda says she doesn't fat shame. Yeah. Oh, I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying, yeah. But unfortunately, that's especially alcohol will make you put on weight. Absolutely. That's one of my favorites too, Miranda. No, I didn't mean to do that one. But I'm chubby too, Miranda. I'm past chubby. Al said, Dave said Riders on the Storm is one of his favorite songs. Absolutely. Talk about dark lyrics on that one. Absolutely. Talking about the killer on the road, and the killer here and there, and wherever the killer was at. All right. This should be, once again, fairly obvious, easy one. I've got so much money, the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? Miranda says he was estranged from his family. Which one? Who you talk about? We're talking about a couple different people here. You talking about Jim Morrison? Or are you talking about somebody else? Oh, Terry Dean. Hello, Terry Dean. Good to be here, says my girl. Miss Miranda said my girl. We got some winners. Winner chicken dinner again. Yes, Dave says, I remember when Howard Cosell broke into the Monday Night Football game to tell people that John Lennon was shot. Yes, Jim Morrison, yes, he was estranged from his family. Yes, so that is Absolutely My Girl by the Temptations, but it was actually written by the great Smokey Robinson of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And Ronald White. Let's see. I'm trying to read my little writing. His inspiration, Smokey's inspiration for writing My Girl was his wife, Claudette Rogers Robinson. It was included on the Temptations 1965 album. Then the Temptations, the Temptations sing Smokey. In 2017, the song was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. Absolutely. Love the Temptations. I love Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in comments. Yeah, Terry's here. We can see Terry. Yes, absolutely. Get a look. She says Howard Cosell, another great legend. Absolutely. Oh, Lucky. I think I remember you mentioning that before too. Miss Barb says she saw the Temptations a couple of times. Absolutely. I would have loved to been able to see some of these groups that before, way before I was even a twinkle in my daddy's eye. Would love to have seen them. Absolutely. All right. Okay. So now we have a guess the band with the emojis. Maybe that we got another rock or not. This is a 90s band, just for hint. Grunge, alternative, whatever you want to call them, whatever label you want to put on them. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Miss Terry Dean said Stone Temple Pilots. Absolutely. This is a very popular one in the music groups that I'm in. This is a very popular one. Oh, Miranda says she sucked at these. You don't suck. Dave said, oh my goodness, my cursor was freaking out. Hold on. Maybe it was just me. Says one of his favorite movies of all time is Ray. Yes, I love that movie. Speaking of Robert Plant, Dandy says Robert Plant in 1975, Stairway to Heaven. It makes me wish I was older. I actually saw Robert Plant. It was in the 80s when he was doing his solo stuff. He opened for, I think it was two of the hair bands at the time and him. So that's the closest thing the closest I've ever been to seeing what I consider classic rock bands, the Led Zeppelins and the Doors and Janis and Jimmy and but I did get to see Robert Plant, and he did do 3 or 4 Led Zeppelin songs. Miranda, I can't, if somebody has you blocked, I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry. If somebody has you blocked, you have to talk to them about it. I don't know. Oh, Junior's got to go to bed. Junior says I'm going to bed. Got to get up at 6:30. Bless your heart. Yes, you too. You have a good night too, Junior. Thanks for dropping in. Absolutely.
Night, Junior.
Miss Barbara says is telling Terry she's getting on over here and taking over. Oh, Terry says she loves trivia. I do too. I love any kind of movie trivia. Now, if it's something, a subject that I love, like music, movies, true crime, whatever, Um, but yeah, I could do music trivia, movie trivia, you know. I don't know, Miranda. Terry, do you have? I'll just ask. I'm not going to start any trouble or nothing. But Miranda wants to know if you have her blocked because she can't see you. That's all I can do. I don't know. Um. Oh, Paula wants to know what was the answer. Oh, it was Stone. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Stone Temple Pilots. That's what the answer to that one was. Also known as STP. They're an American rock band formed in San Diego in 1989. Originally consisting of a Scott Weiland, he passed away a few years ago. On lead vocals, brothers Dean and Robert DeLeo on guitar and bass, respectively, and Eric Kretz on drums. The band's lineup remained unchanged from its remains from it. I can't. Arctic, you may have to read these slides for me. Remains unchanged from its original formation until the firing of Scott Weiland due to his substance problem, unfortunately. In May of 2013, or no, February of 2013, vocalist Chester Bennington, another one that we lost too soon, did fill in for a little while, but he left amicably in November of 2015. In 2016, STP launched an online audition for a new lead vocalist. Jeff Gult was announced as the new lead singer in November of 2017. But I don't listen to any STP. Anything they've done after Scott Weiland passed away, I haven't listened to. So let's see. Data says if we were playing Name That Tune, it'd be all over it. Yeah, I'll have to find a way. I'll have to do another screen recording next time and do a Name That Tune. Okay, Miranda. Terry says that she doesn't know a Miranda, and she doesn't have any Mirandas blocked. So I don't know why you can't see her. Well, okay. Well, we're just gonna let it go. We're not gonna have any drama tonight. All right. Next. Well, my father was a gambler down in Georgia. He wound up on the wrong end of a gun. I was bored in the back seat of a Greyhound bus. That's my little bit of singing. Rolling down Highway 41. Yeah, Miranda, I tried on the last one we did. I did do clips of music, but I just didn't have time to because I have to screen because I can't with my farm signal. I can't just go to a channel or whatever and play a video. It won't play, so I have to screen record it. And now I've realized when I go back and watch some of the live streams, if I play a video, even playing the video that I screen recorded doesn't come through too well. So my farm signal. Yes, I have. Dandy says, have any of you seen the movie Into the Wild about Christopher McCandless? There's a similar case, more recent that's similar. Yes, I have. We watched that movie. For one, because we wanted to watch it. And for two, it featured music from Eddie Vedder. Cold Hard Sun, I believe it was the main song from it. Excellent movie, and yes, based on a true story. Terry says, Rambling Man. Paula said, Miranda Lambert. Al says, Rambling Man. Arctic said, Rambling Man. There's Ange from Truth and Justice. Hello, hello. Says she didn't get the notification. Yeah, Facebook sucks on sending notifications out. So we have winners. Anybody who said Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers Band is correct. Love the Allman Brothers. Ramblin' Man came out in 1973, lead single from the group's fourth solo album, Brothers and Sisters, written and sung by the band's guitarist Dickie Betts. It was inspired by the 1951 song of the same name by Hank Sr. It's much more grounded in country music than other Allman Brothers band compositions, which made the group reluctant to record it. I'm glad they did record it. Guitarist Les Durdek, provides the guitar harmonies, and it was one of bassist Barry Oakley's last contributions to the band. Hello again. Truth and Justice. Dave's laughing at something. I don't know what he's laughing at. Yes, we love Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam. Probably my favorite group, Pearl Jam. But Danny says, I love Eddie Vedder. There's a man missing with a similar story out of Ohio. What is his name? I'll have to look at it. Out of Ohio, she believes. I'll definitely look at it. Yeah. Oh, I just jumped. Yes, Terry says Allman Brothers kick ass. Absolutely. Okay, so Paula said yes, it was Allman Brothers. Miranda Lambert does have a song from her first album about a Greyhound bus. I listen to Miranda Lambert occasionally. I listened to her when she first came out, but yes, Eddie Vedder did do the soundtrack for Into the I forgot the name of it, Into the Wild. Yes. Yeah, I think Dave enjoys harassing everybody. Oh goodness. All right. This one may be easy. The only reason I know it so well and love it is because of the movie that it's in. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. This is how I know you go on. And anybody who has not watched this movie, I can't be friends with. No, I'm kidding. My mom hasn't. I found out just the other day my mom hasn't even seen the movie that this is from. And I said, well, we're going to have to fix that. Miranda says Celine Dion. Too bad our Lance, our resident Canadian, is not here tonight. Unless he's lurking. So Miranda says Celine Dion. Paula says, My Heart Will Go On from Titanic by Celine Dion. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Absolutely. And I have nothing against Celine Dion. I just never really listened to her music a lot because I like the heavy stuff. But yes, I love this song, obviously, because it's from Titanic, performed by Celine. Used as the theme for Titanic, which came out in 1997. James Horner, composed by James Horner. He does excellent movie soundtrack. He and Williams, the one that does the Star Wars and the Indiana Jones and all the good music for movies. It was released as single internationally by Columbia and Epic on November 1997 and included on Celine's album Let's Talk About Love from 1997 and the Titanic soundtrack. Yes, I watched Titanic so many times, and it's a pretty long movie. What, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And I still can't. I'd always thought that at some point my mom had watched Titanic, I know we had never watched it together, but she's like, I've never seen it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, we're gonna have to sit down and watch it.
The first time I watched it, I liked it, but the second time I was like, why are we watching a 3-hour movie about a ship that only took 2 hours to sink?
Because you got to have the love story in there. Come on, dude. No, yeah, and some parts I do. Well, I don't know if I'm watching it on TV, I can't, but I do have it on one of the streaming services I have. I watch it on. I'll fast forward through some of it, but yeah. I see. There's another movie that she has not watched that. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, I got to get my mom caught up on so many movies that she hasn't watched. Um, Truth and Just, and says she did too. Talking about Titanic. Yes, almost 3 hours. And if you're interested in the Titanic, anything that James Cameron has done a bunch of documentaries, and he's the one actually that did the documentary with when they found the Titanic. I think he was the one that was in on that with the crew. So definitely check that out if you're interested in Titanic history. Yes, I do too, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara says she cried like a baby. I do every time I watch it. Damn it, that door was big enough for both of them. I think if anybody remembers those show Mythbusters, they used to do occasionally they would do movie and TV myths, and that was one of the ones that they did on one of their shows, was seeing if if they both could have actually fit on the door. I think they figured out that they probably couldn't, but we can hope. Yes, Miss Anne said Notebook. I love that movie and the book. I read the book. Did you want him to die, Dave? Dave says he just wouldn't die. We didn't want him to die. Yeah, Paula says I've got to watch Oppenheimer. Paula says Oppenheimer gives Titanic a run for its money on running time. Yep, I can watch long movies. I just have to sit down and do it when I have time. Trying to think of some really really long movies that I watch. Of course, all the freaking Lord of the Rings movies were like 5 or 6 days long each. It seemed like. There's some other long movies. Dances with Wolves. That one was pretty long, wasn't it? Oh gosh, Dandy's lost in the woods. Has no idea who are you talking to. Dandy says, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just babbling up here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Titanic or long movies in general now. 3+ hour movies. All right. Let's see what we got next. All right. This is 80s, I believe, early 80s maybe. May just let you read them. Baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on. We were talking about movie. You don't watch movies, Dandy? Dandy says she didn't watch TV. Yes, absolutely, Terry. The Godfather movies were long, but in my opinion, they were worth it. Heat was a long movie, I believe. That one with talking about the Godfather with the first time that Al Pacino and Marlon Brando or not Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro had a actual screen time together, which was a bucket list dream for me. Paula says Killers of the Flower Moon was a long movie. You trying to guess the song? Anne says it's right there. Dandy says movies kill her like dead. I fall asleep every single time. Yeah, because a lot of times I'll put a movie on or something because I have to have uh, the TV going or some kind of sound going to go to sleep, and I'll put a movie on and I'll fall asleep every time. Or well, when I want to go to sleep, I'll stay awake and watch the whole movie. And when I'm trying to stay awake to watch the whole movie, I end up falling asleep. Any guesses? So this is a country song, a duet, male and female. Early 80s. I'm trying to think it came out around 83, 84, maybe. It might have been later than that. Yeah, I'm the same way. Dandy says she gets comfy, she's dead. Yep. Miss Barbara says it's a stalking song. I don't know. Ding ding ding. Miss Terry said islands in the stream. Yes, ma'am. Yep. And she said Dolly Parton. Yep. Kenny and Dolly. And the information, the fun facts. I was today years old when I learned a part of this. But yes, Islands in the Stream is written. I did not know this until today. The Bee Gees actually wrote this song. But when I got to thinking about it and hearing it in my head, I can definitely hear the Bee Gees. This could most definitely be a Bee Gees song. And yes, the Bee Gees did do a studio version of this in 2001. I did find it on YouTube and listen to it, and I like it far better. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Kenny and Dolly. But when when this song came out down here or in my area, they played it to death, overplay. I got sick of it. But after listening to the Bee Gees version of it, I will go with the Bee Gees version anytime. I love the Bee Gees, about the only disco music that I like. But yeah,
I'm
like I
gonna
said,
have to look that. I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube because my mom was a Kenny and Dolly freak, and she played this song constantly in my house.
Oh yeah, it played. Yes, because there was always a radio going on in the house, and this, like I said, this song was played every hour on the hour. But yes, I never knew until today that the Bee Gees wrote this. And then the first thing before I got down to reading, I think I got this from Wikipedia, this information. Before I got down to the part where it said that the Bee Gees actually did a studio version, I'm like, oh my God, I hope the Bee Gees recorded this at some point. So yes, you can find it on YouTube. Just put in Islands in the Stream Bee Gees. There's I think in 1997 they used to do it live, but there is the studio version of it. You can find it on YouTube. Definitely listen to it. Oh, hold on. Hello, sunshine. Mind of Monsters is in the house. Welcome, my dear. Always an honor and a pleasure to have Mind of Monsters, have mom here. Welcome, welcome, lady. We're just having some fun. What you call your your decompression videos for the end of the week. We're doing one of those, doing some music, guessing some songs, talking about whatever. Good to have you here. Please, anybody who is not already, please check out Mind of Monsters. Wonderful, wonderful channel, a wonderful person. But yes, definitely check anybody. Yeah, definitely check out the Bee Gees version of this. That will be my go-to version from now on. Yep. Paula said she was trying to think of the song Islands in the Stream, just couldn't place the order. Yeah, unless you hear it is like Dandy said, if you hear the actual song or a snippet of the song, it's a lot easier to guess, because me and mom watch Beat Shazam. It comes on I can't remember, it's one of the main NBC, ABC, CBS. But we love watching Beat Shazam to see how many songs we can guess. Oh, I did too. Miranda says she had a crush on Kenny Rogers when she was a kid. Me too. Love me some Kenny. He is unfortunately passed away now too. Are you talking about Mom? Dandy says, beautiful ray of light in that sunshine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mom says, I love it when you dive, you got to decompress or you will explode. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I've been doing lots and lots of trying to get ready for, because I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of live streams this coming week. So I'm trying to do research and get videos together to at least have some videos to upload for you guys. And so I've been deep diving, researching, getting stuff together all for the past 2 or 3 days. And I had to get away from it for a while. My head was fixing to explode. Oh, see, Dave was, like I said, I was today years old, but Dave said that he was just going to say the Bee Gees wrote Alice in the Stream. And yes, they did write a lot of songs for a lot of people. Absolutely. Thank you, Dandy. Dandy put in the link to Mind of Monsters. And yeah, throw in Truth and Justice link, definitely Arctic's link, any other creators I missed who are in here. I think they're the only ones right now, unless somebody's lurking. Yes, Miranda, I do love the Bee Gees. I don't like disco as a whole, but I do love the Bee Gees, mainly because of watching Love and Saturday Night Fever and Grease, because they did a lot of music for both of those movies, especially, I think that they did the whole soundtrack for Saturday Night Fever. But yes, love the Bee Gees. Oh, yes, Dave, of course. Yeah, thank you. There is Dave, the link to Dave's channel. Dave said that they did it live at their one concert. That might have been the one, because when I was searching for it on Google, I found one thing that came up, a live version where they did it live. I think it was from 1997, I believe. But I got to go back and listen to that one. I just listened to I found the studio version of it. Yes, Grease is one of my favorite movies. Yes, Miss Paula. All right. Okay, we got another Guess the Band. This one is going to be too easy. You guys are going to get this in like 2 seconds.
Beach Boys.
Told you. Bingo. Arctic gets the chicken dinner on this one. Yes, it is the Beach Boys. I'm sure we all know who the Beach Boys are. American rock band, formed in California in 1961, 10 years before I was born. Group's original lineup consisted of brothers Brian Dennis and Carl Wilson, the cousins of Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine. Yes, they had wonderful vocal harmonies, adolescent-oriented lyrics, musical ingenuity. The band is one of the most influential acts of the rock era. The group drew on the music of older pop vocal groups, 1950s rock and roll, black R&B, to create its unique sound. Under Brian's direction, it often incorporated classical or jazz elements and unconventional recording techniques in innovative ways. I saw something about Dirty. There it was. Yes, Miss Paula says Dirty Dancing did a concert movie. I have not seen the concert movie, but our local theater in Little Rock, the Robinson did, was probably 2 or 3 years ago. They did brought a version of Dirty Dancing musical. It was excellent. We went to see it. I enjoyed it greatly. Yep, Miss Paula said the Beach Boys. Yep. Good Looks who says, I thought I was John Travolta back in the day. I love me some John Travolta. I love the beginning of Saturday Night Fever when he's just strutting down the sidewalk and eating his pizza. And yep, Miss Barbara says she's got Beach Boys 8-track tapes. Oh yes, the good old 8-track tapes. Thank you very much. There is Arctic's link and Truth and Justice. All right, let me see. This might have been the last one. And actually, y'all may know this, but the Beach Boys did have a true crime connection because Charles Manson and his family there, they did form a strange and brief relationship with Beach Boys drummer Dennis Wilson during the summer of 1968. They actually moved into his home that summer where they all dropped acid and participated in group relations, we'll say. They even ended up recording a version of one of Manson's songs, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the name of it was. And then, of course, a year later, Manson and his well, he wouldn't, but he would have his minions commit the Sharon Tate homicides and the LaBianca, the couple, the married couple. So that does Beach Boys does have a true crime connection. Okay, Al says, I don't know, that was the concert right before the other brother passed away. Oh, you're talking about the Bee Gees? Okay, gotcha. Yep. All right, I think that is all I had for that. So let's see, we've been going a little bit over 2 hours. So anything, Terry said that's weird. Arctic's answer didn't show up in my chat. He might not. He said it out loud. He might not have put it in the chat. I didn't see it either. So yeah, anything else anybody wants to talk about, discuss? Doesn't matter what it is. Are you talking about this one? It was the Beach Boys, Terry. It was the Beach Boys. Yeah, Paula says she's not a fan of Charlie Manson. No, me either. I'm interested in reading about him and the Manson family and all that, but of course I read read up on all the serial offenders and stuff that I definitely don't condone it, but I'm just interested in it. Yeah, Dave says very few people were more talented than Andy Gibb. Absolutely. Oh wow. Yeah, Pink Floyd. Dandy says it was delayed from 2020, but I got to see Roger Waters in 2022. Best show ever. Absolutely. Good night, everyone. Night, Dandy. Thank you for being here, my dear. Oh yeah, it was just. I'm sorry, Terry. Yes, it was just the band on that one. Yeah, just the band on that one. All right. So well, I'm waiting to see if anybody else has got anything. Monday, I will be doing the Missing Person Monday live stream as usual. So we'll have that live, and then probably I won't probably won't be able to go live again until well, I'll be able next weekend, Friday or Saturday or both. So if they're maybe for Friday night, because I may do just missing person or just true crime in the news for Saturday night, but on Friday, if there's any particular cases or anything that we want to talk about, just email them to me, put them in chat right now. Or just we can talk about just stuff in the news. Elijah's in the news. Other things that have come up. Just let me know. I really need to do another. Miss Paula's still here. Maybe Friday. I might get together another West Memphis 3. I got to see what. Huh?
So yeah, I like when you do the West Memphis 3.
Excellent. Maybe we'll do that. I think next we're going to just take a look. We kind of delved into a little bit of it with Hobbs and Jacoby when we was talking about alternate theories, alternate suspects, but there are some other ones. So I'll get that together and maybe I'll look and see what else I had planned. for the West Memphis, and we'll yeah, if y'all want to, we can do a West Memphis on a Friday or Saturday. It doesn't matter, and then do something just true crime news or missing persons on either or. So Miss Paula, because I know you love West Memphis too. Can you be here Friday or Saturday? Is one better for you than the other? Because I know sometimes you do stuff on weekends. Oh, Tandy says she's not going to bed. Thought she was ending. No, we can. If anybody has anything y'all want to talk about, we don't have to end. This is a free for all. Miss Ange says she would definitely or be very interested in hearing West Memphis 3. Excellent. Dandy says it's only 9:47 where she is. Yeah, it's only 10:47 here. Yeah, Miss Barb says it's 10:48. So Miss Barb, yeah, she's in Missouri, so she's on Central Time too. Yeah, we can absolutely do West Memphis 3 Friday or Saturday. Oh, Paula says let's stay up all night. I don't know about that. I might have to see a man about a horse here in a minute. It's been over 2 hours, and I've been sipping on a Route 44 size sweet tea, and it's kind of getting to me. All right, let me go take care of business for a minute. Chat amongst yourselves, and I will be right back. And I'm gonna try not to hopefully the cats won't run in here, and then hopefully I won't tear stuff up trying to move my table to get out of here. All right, I shall be back in just a minute.
Oh. I guess I could tell some jokes. Let me see. I have a neighbor that's addicted to sex. So he went to the doctor and they gave him the patch. It's like, why are you giving the patch for a person that's addicted to sex? Well, apparently they call it the snatch patch. Oh. Hey, Doodlebug. How does the rock pee?
Okay, I made it back. Oh Lord, somebody's telling jokes. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get caught up here in comments. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm losing stuff. Imagine that. Oh, hold on. Okay, got that. Oh goodness, Dandy says that she was in a nonstop 13-hour trial stream today. That's a record for me. Oh my goodness, I tried. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. That snuck out. I'm very sorry. I just, for one, I don't have the time unless it's a weekend to sit down and watch a lot of trial streaming, but God bless you. God bless you if you can. And Mama's making faces. Hey, there's Doodlebug. There's our Doodle. Welcome, Doodle. Miss Paula says she can do either Friday or Saturday, and all depending on friends. I may be planning a couple of movies. All right, just let me know. Because like I said, I'll have something planned for both nights, and we can switch it around. We'll do West Memphis on one night and True Crime News, or maybe another fun night or something for the other for Friday and or Saturday. Oh, Miss Barbara's got the, what is that for, Miss Barb? Oh no, Dandy's telling jokes. Okay. Dandy says, how does The Rock pee? Oh my goodness. I'll have to get down to it. Thank you. Doodle says, look at this amazing chat. Absolutely. Oh, Miss Paula says the Joker 2 might be one of them. I still have to watch the first Joker. I haven't watched the first Joker yet. I gotta get down to the answer to Dandy's joke if she's put it in. He Dwayne's his Johnson. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. I love The Rock. I love me some Dwayne Johnson. The Rock, Rocky Maivia, way back when he first started wrestling, I loved him. Still love him. And Dave says, Don't Worry Baby is one of my all-time favorite songs. Who sings that, Dave? That doesn't, I'm not gonna, I could never fire you, Dandy. May put you in timeout. No, I'm kidding. No, Miss Barbara missed something. I probably missed something too. So now you're gonna have to tell me that who sings that song. Because Ange says she loves it too. Trying to see if I have any other let me look. I'm pushing buttons, so watch out. Dandy, get the marshmallows ready just in case.
I think I'm going to drop down because Austin's fallen asleep next to me, and I need to go ahead and go to bed with him, I think.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me again, Arctic. You know, I always love having you on here, buddy.
Always a pleasure. Talk to you later.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Night.
All right. Paula says she has been noticing little things on Paradise Lost. What have you been noticing? We can talk whatever. We can talk true crime. It didn't have to be, Dandy says she's got the s'more. I want some s'mores, Dandy. I'm gonna have to go make some. Fire up the old stove burner. I bet Mr. Steve will be good at making s'mores. He likes to set stuff on fire on the on the stove burners. I was looking at seeing what I had on my slides that I haven't slides I can bring up that I haven't deleted. Okay, Paula says one, there's a lot of smoking on both sides. Are you talking about actual smoking, or smoking mirrors? There's a lot of smoking mirrors. I agree with that. Oh, hold on. I got to hook up my computer before it dies on me. I always forget to charge it, put the charging cord on my computer. Oh, smoking cigarette, yeah. But that was normal. I mean, back in Can y'all hear me now? Or see me? I just lost everything. Can y'all hear me and see me now? Okay, thank you. I don't know what happened. See, I started pushing buttons and I think the signal is thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. All right, let me see what I missed here. Now I see where Mom says, "Oh, did we lose her?" Apparently, I was lost. I was lost somewhere. I was looking for a slideshow, and I must have pushed something to. I don't know what I did. There's no telling what I did. Absolutely, you know me. Yes, I was gonna. Doodle was telling Miss Barb she loved that picture of him, of her, she and Jimmy on Facebook. I did too. That was such a good picture. Love the smiles. Love the smiles. Absolutely. Yeah, Dandy. Now's a fine time to remind me. Says, don't forget to charge stuff. I always forget. I remember to plug in my phone, but I always forget. I forget to put in my charging cord for my laptop. Of course, it wouldn't shut anything down because I record through my phone, but it's just it would go dark. Okay, now Dave says Beethoven is his favorite of all. I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. Paula says, I've been noticing the way Damien holds his cigarettes, his hand drops in the ladylike manner. That's a good observation. No, apparently you weren't deaf, Dandy. I messed everything up. And says, YouTube has been messy all night for me. I don't know if it's YouTube or StreamYard or my farm signal or both. No sound again. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see? Can you hear me now? As of 11:02 Central Time PM. Okay, Doodle said, thank you. Doodle says she hears me. Okay. Yeah, Damien, in my opinion, Damien shows no emotion at any point unless he's no secret, no big secret. I'm not a fan of Damien. Not to, saying that, not to say I think he's guilty or what, what on this case, I don't, I go back and forth, but yeah, unless he's talking about himself, especially nowadays, and then back then too, about him not, boohoo for him. He, in my opinion, he didn't show a lot of emotion. Oh, somebody's going to be 8. Yeah, yeah. What were those old commercials? Miss Barbara says, "Can you hear me now?" Yeah, it was one of those phone commercials. Can you hear me now? Oh, I feel weird without once again pushing buttons. Hopefully I won't disappear again. Was just looking for some and says, I don't know what to think. I know I used to think they were innocent, but yeah, like I said, because I've tried to look or have looked at all sides. guilt, innocence, somebody else, and yeah, Truth and Justice says I haven't really kept up, to be honest. You're much welcome, Doodlebug. We love you, dear. Doodle says thank you all for the kindness. I always look forward to watching this channel. Thank you, ma'am. We love watching your channel too, absolutely. Paula says the only vocal parents are Melissa and Mark Byers, Pam Hobbs. Mark Byers crying comes off as genuine. Yeah. In my opinion, I don't think John Mark Byers had anything to do with it. If, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, just speculation, just, thoughts. In my opinion, if it's any of the parents or step parents, Hobbs and Jacoby, his friend Jacoby would be number one on my list. Like I said, that's just my opinion. But my biggest thing right now is just test that evidence that they have. Just the Arkansas Supreme Court, the Arkansas Supreme Court said it could be tested, but the Crittenden County Judicial District, and they even got a new woman in there who's whatever she is, she's in a position to say, okay, test it. She won't do it. She won't do it. She won't have it tested. It just drives me insane. All right, what else you guys got? Let me see if I can find something. Does anybody like creepy haunted places or things? Places in this I don't think I have it bookmarked on my sorry, I'm trying to type. I'm not doing a very good job of it. So I'm looking for an article, guys. Chat amongst yourselves, and I will get caught up in chat again with you guys. Oh no, it's 5. Okay, 5. I found it. If it'll come up, if I can find the slideshow. Hopefully, I won't disappear again. Or maybe it'll just let I'll try to share the screen. Let me get caught up in chat. Miss Paula says, I agree. And Terry Hobbs showed no emotion at all for Stevie. He just stood there or just sat stone still in the courtroom. Absolutely. That's another excellent point. Dandy says, people are so lifeless, it's hard to read them these days. In my opinion, psychopaths are hard to detect until it's too late. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right, let me see if I can, I found the article. See if I can find the slideshow. Just to have something to talk about, but y'all can talk about, we can talk about whatever you want to, but I'm going to do a video for my second channel, Southern Retro, on this, but oh no, hold on, I'm punching buttons, wait a minute. Slides for my computer, okay, my phone. See if it will load them. It's trying, it's processing. All right. Does anybody like creepy haunted stuff? Yes or no? We can decide if we want to. I just got this article or slideshow I did. Like I said, I'm going to do an actual video for it for my other channel. I've got I found an article. I think it's called Rebel Circus. Is the oh, Doodle says yes. We got a yes vote. The website. Oh, wrong one. Thank you, Anne. Says, guys, I'm sorry I'm tuckered out. Long day. Have a fun and blessed evening. You too. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely. Please check out Truth and Justice channel. Excellent channel. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. Paula says, great. Yes, an exclusive sneak peek. Y'all get the live version. We can actually discuss. On the other channel, it'll just be a video for people to watch over there. I think I'm up to 80. I think when I checked, it was like 85 subscribers. And on my second channel, I do, music, kind of like tonight, music, movies, paranormal, cryptids, Bigfoots, all that good, weird, wacky stuff. Well, I don't want y'all to. Danny says, I think we're going to stay as long as you do. I don't want to keep anybody up. We'll go through the, we'll go through this. I can't talk. Once again, I need some of Arctic's gummies. Yes, I do have a second channel. I actually created what I call my second channel. Was my first channel. It has been through many incarnations. I finally settled, and there is a link to it in the description of this channel. It's called. I renamed it Southern Retro because I'm a Southern girl, but I'm retro Gen Xer. So I'll talk about a lot of 80s stuff, a lot of music, a lot of movies, paranormal, some celebrity related true crime, things of that nature. So definitely check it out. I think I had 84 subscribers last time I checked. Yeah, yes, there was a reason that Arctic was in a very good mood tonight. You are most welcome, Doodle. Yeah, I always forget to Hulk my second channel there, but I'm just now getting stuff posted. I've done there's a lot of shorts that I've done on there lately. Some retro Gen X nostalgia stuff. So if you're a Gen Xer or, nostalgia stuff, go check out the shorts. Thank you so much, Sunshine. There's my yeah, it's still got Southern Guy Ramblings, but it's Southern Retro. I think I forgot to change the handle. But yes, that is it. Thank you so much, Sunshine. All right, so let me see if my article came up. So, all right, so this article that I got this from is from it's called rebelcircus.com. Please do check it out. It's got a lot of cool stuff on it. But this article is of 5 of the world's most haunted asylums. It says empty hospitals and asylums are eerie on their own. I think they're cool. They're not eerie to me. Maybe a little bit creepy, but a good kind of creepy. But they become even eerier when you consider the spirits lurking around, the human cages, the suspicious treatments, and everything else that went down in there. Asylums have become a horror staple due to the paranormal activity that many folks believe happened in them. And I love paranormal shows like the original, the very first one I ever watched, Ghost Hunters. To me, the original and the best ghost hunting show. I don't even think they're on anymore. But anyway, it was TAPS, the Atlantic Paranormal Society. But anyway, so asylums have become a horror staple due to the paranormal activity that many folks believe happened in them. The mistreatment of the patients that once resided in these facilities may be the reason these spirits have decided to stay haunting the grounds. Upon opening, asylums quickly become popular tourist attractions. Visitors would pay to see the mentally ill incarcerated and take grand tours of the gorgeous architecture. The hospital superintendents were happy to have them. These asylums counted on tax dollars to stay in business, and they needed all the good press they could get. Except in these days, asylums are seen as the dumping ground for society's unwanted. Many former patients begin to speak out about mistreatment happening behind closed doors. In Elizabeth Stone's 1842 memoir, she describes the horrors inside of these asylums, such as being drugged and locked away in stone dungeons. Stone also reports barbaric treatment and cruel staff. Later, fiction followed and oftentimes depicted asylums as places of terror, such as in Edgar Allan Poe's and George Lippard's 1845 works. These abandoned asylums have become magnets for ghost spirits, horror, and paranormal activity. Perhaps they are drawing us towards the dark secrets that have been locked within. And according to this article, these are their 5 most haunted asylums. Let me check your comments. And if anybody wants to come up and join me, Mom or anybody, I can throw the link in to if you want to come up and join me. I know Mom is into this kind of stuff, or at least the like Bigfoots and stuff like that. Just let me know. All right. Now this one has been featured. Oh, Mom says she wants to spend the night in an asylum. Hold on, let me throw the link in case anybody wants to come up. Hold on 1 minute. Let me grab it. Oh, wrong one. Pushing buttons. Watch out. Watch out. I'm getting it. It should come up there. Where'd it go? Did not come up. Enter. All right. Hopefully I didn't add anything. Oh, shoot. Everything's turning blue now. Hopefully I didn't mess up that. Let me make sure that's the right. Yeah, that's the right link. Okay. Right. So first they have, Paula says she doesn't want to spend the night in an asylum. I would love to spend the night in an asylum. I think that would be cool as hell. So they have the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. This has been featured on numerous of the ghost hunting shows. Like I said, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures. I like watching Ghost Adventures, but they are so over the top now. It's just unbelievable. I like watching Kindred Spirits. I don't know if they've done any new shows recently. But this is the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. It is in Weston, West Virginia. It first opened its doors to patients in 1864. The asylum literally looks like the set of a horror movie, absolutely. And what went on there is even more horrific. To start, construction began in 1858, around the Civil War era. It was conducted mostly by prison and slave laborers. Construction was interrupted by the outbreak of the war, and the partially built asylum and the surrounding grounds became Camp Tyler for the Union. Confederate raids dislodged the Union troops and stripped the asylum of all food and clothing intended for its first group of patients. The asylum was designed to house 250 patients, but ended up holding more than 2,400 of them, including, we mentioned Charles Manson earlier, including the famous Charles Manson for a brief period, leading to a severe overcrowding. Along with that, severe abuse occurred. People were locked in cages, lobotomized with ice picks, chained to things, and more. Anyone who complained or acted out was subjected to solitary confinement, chained to the walls of an empty room for months on end. And this mistreatment led to hundreds of deaths and even more suffering. In 1985, the Charleston Gazette exposed the asylum, reporting that it was, quote, dirty and unkempt, to say the least, with many patients left naked and confined to dirty wards with bathrooms smeared with feces. In 1992, a patient named George Edward Bodie passed away after a fight with another patient, while another patient, Brian Scott B., committed self-harm, and his decomposed body was not found for 8 days. The asylum was forcibly closed in 1994. I can't believe it lasted that long without being closed, and the building stood vacant for years. The stories of hauntings started even before the asylum was shut down. After a few decades, many workers were said to have stayed only a few days, quitting after hearing weird noises, inexplicable noises. There are over 2,000 people buried in the cemetery or on the grounds, and numerous spirits from Civil War era ghosts to children are seen lurking there. Screaming is heard coming from inside the electroshock room, banging, mysterious opening and closing doors, moans, laughter, voices warning to get out. So the typical haunting noises. So the asylum was auctioned off in 2007, and it was bought for $1.5 million. And today it is open for ghost hunts and guided historic and paranormal tours. So this is definitely would be one that is on my bucket list. Most definitely. Oh, hold on. There's Mind Monster. She was hidden. Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. We're just hanging out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sure. Yeah, I can hear you. Dude,
Okay.
how
All
long
right.
those places lasted? It's insane how some of them.
Oh, I know. When I read it was at 1994 that it finally closed down. I was like, really? 1994? Yeah, 1990. It was forcibly closed in 1994. That's crazy to me that it lasted that long. Don't understand it. Oh, Goody Looks just said, sorry, talking and texting, busting a gut. You're not gonna let us in on the joke? All right. Let's see what we got next. Next, this is one I hadn't really heard a whole lot about. Utica State Hospital, originally known as the New York Lunatic Asylum at Utica. This hospital first opened in 1843, was the first state-run hospital that treated the mentally ill. When it first opened its doors, it was considered a state-of-the-art facility. Let me go back. I lost my place. Considered a state-of-the-art facility, quickly filled all of its beds and was in need of more space. Over the years, horrific stories have come out about this asylum and the terrible living conditions. That the patients who stayed there, barely received any care. They were left confined in small quarters and cages. Horrible. Utica's asylum is also known to have had staff members that regularly perform lobotomies and electric shock therapy on patients. I mean, I know this was 1843, but still. Says the most horrific part of the asylum's history is the Utica crib. The Utica crib was a long and shallow caged bed where staff would put patients in an attempt to punish them. Just one part of the long history of abuse there. Utica's asylum closed in 1973, but the abandoned building still stands to this day, and many claim that it is haunted. Things that claim to have been experienced by visitors include faces looking out of the windows, screams that can be heard from the abandoned buildings, It says this building is mainly off limits. However, there are occasionally ghost tours scheduled there. So this is, like I said, this is one that I hadn't really seen on a lot of the ghost hunting shows or any, so I didn't know a whole lot about this one. Okay, Doodlebug says cake has never let anyone down. Oh, are you bringing cake? We need cake. I need some sweet stuff. Oh, goodness. Oh, let's see. This is another one I hadn't really heard a lot about, the Mayday Hills Lunatic Asylum. So, Mom, just jump in with anything you got on anything. Doesn't matter. Didn't have to be about asylums.
I've never heard of this one. Mayday Hills
Yeah.
Lunatic Asylum. Where's this at?
Yeah. This is in, let me get over to, this is in Beechworth. Oh, it's in Australia. Located in the, Farr may have heard of this one, if she's into that kind of
Probably.
stuff. Located in the hills of Beechworth, Australia. The Mayday Hills Lunatic Asylum was once the largest asylum in all of Australia. Many interview now wasn't. I may have my facts wrong. Wasn't Australia originally like some kind of penal colony or something?
It was a prison.
Yes, a prison. Okay, yes. So many interviews that have survived to the present day speak of troubled patients, brutal treatment, and no hope for escape. Almost all patients were subjected to treatment such as straitjackets, restraint chairs, isolation cages, lobotomies, once again with the lobotomies, and electroshock. One particularly eerie feature of this asylum was what is known as ha-ha walls. The key to this wall was a trench built on the interior of the asylum's walls, making the wall appear low enough that inmates weren't imprisoned from the outside, while ensuring that none of them could actually escape. Once you were admitted to this asylum, it was pretty much impossible to be discharged. Approximately 1/3 of all patients who entered the asylum never made it out alive. Apparently, over 10,000 patients passed away there over the years. It says it comes as no surprise that there is lots of paranormal activity here. Once again, we have faces floating in windows. A nurse, Matron Sharp, making her rounds in the asylum is a common sight. The Gravilla wing was where patients would wait for electroshock treatments, and visitors today report that the area is icy cold, with a number of ghosts wandering the halls. One woman was pushed out of a window at the asylum, and a number of visitors reported seeing the chilling vision of her body lying where it fell from the window. And many visitors also commonly say that they see an elderly man staring out the window, as well as the ghost of a young girl who desperately tries to communicate with anyone she comes in contact with. This place saw 128 years of terror before closing in 1995. There are still nightly ghost tours hosted, and the remaining grounds are used as a hotel and a conference center for La Trobe University. So if I ever make it to Australia, that might be somewhere I might have to visit there. Yeah, I guess that's why I hadn't heard of that one, because it was in Australia.
Far probably knows it because like they don't call it Bigfoot over there. I think they call it Yahweh. I'm probably not saying it
Yeah.
right. She'll correct me next time she talks to me.
Yeah.
But she goes Yahweh hunting.
Cool.
And they go paranormal hunting, ghost hunting, her and her friend. She sends me some
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff.
I would love to
eyeballs in the
go.
woods, red eyes, and all kinds of crazy shit. That
Oh
they found.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I would love to go Bigfoot hunting. I used to watch the one of the Bigfoot with Bobo and Moneymaker or whatever it's called, Expedition Bigfoot. I don't know if that's what it was called. I used to watch that all the time on TV.
I have
And
a
yeah,
Bigfoot
because
obsession.
I
have a Bigfoot obsession.
I know you do. That's why I brought up Bigfoot, because I know you and your Bigfoot obsession. I am too, because we have the crap. My mind is shut down. The Legend of Boggy Creek monster legend here in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Down in
creepy
this,
story.
yes, it's down in this southwest corner going into Texas. My parents always, because my dad's family came from Texas, so when they would go down to Longview, they would have to go through that area, and inevitably it was always at night when they were going through there. My mom always said a rabbit could have ran across the road and they would all had a heart attack. Oh,
You ought to do a show on that one night. That'd be interesting.
yes, I am.
Mr. Steve
Well,
is in here.
yeah, I just saw that. Hello. We have the national treasure in the house. Mr. Steve says, hello, everyone. Just got home in Georgia. Great trip. We are glad that you made it home safely, sir. Absolutely. I watched his live stream from last night. He was on the road. I don't know where
Yeah,
he
I popped in.
was. Yep, I saw you pop in. Yep. I don't think he knew where he was. I don't know. No, he doesn't disclose where he is for obvious reasons, but
No,
always
people are
good to have.
crazy.
Yes, people are crazy. But good to have Mr. Steve here. We're just Mr. Steve, we're just chilling tonight, talking to. We did some music. You missed REO Speed Buggy earlier, Mr. Steve. We were doing some music trivia, guess the songs. Now we're talking about some haunted stuff and some Bigfoots. Yep, I get a look. She says, glad to see Mr. Steve made it home safe. Absolutely. You are most welcome, sir. Yeah, Miss Barb said you missed the music. Yes, Miss Barb is still here. Miss Paula's still here. Oh, I keep a. Oh man, I didn't have any Charlie Pride, and I love Charlie Pride. I was raised on Charlie Pride. Absolutely. No, but I don't think I had any. I think the only country I had in my music guess the song was Kenny and Dolly, Islands in the Stream. Then we got into the discussion that I was today years old when I read that the Bee Gees actually wrote that song, wrote Islands in the Stream.
I love the
And
Bee
their
Gees.
version. Oh, I do too. You should go on YouTube, and they did do in 2001 they did a studio version of Islands in the Stream. I will take it. I love Kenny and Dolly, don't get me wrong, but I will take the Bee Gees version any day because I love me some Bee Gees. Absolutely. All right, so we did the Mayday Hills. Now, this one I've definitely heard of. This is another one on my bucket list, Waverly Hills. It's been featured on almost all the ghost hunting shows and documentaries that I've watched. So let me get back over here and get its information. So Waverly Hills is in Louisville, Kentucky. So you would absolutely know about this one.
Mm-hmm. I've been by it. I've never been in it.
You've been by it? Oh, I would just love to go by it. Much less. I mean, I'd love to go in it, obviously, but yeah, just to go by it, just to get a picture or something. Absolutely. But it was originally built as a tuberculosis hospital in 1910. There was no medicine available at that time to treat TB, and many people sent their family members to asylums when they contracted the disease. That happened a lot back in those days. Sadly, the main use of the hospital was to isolate those with TB. Treatments for TB were oftentimes just as bad, if not worse, than the disease. The patient's lungs were exposed to ultraviolet light to try and stop the spread of bacteria, which was done in a sunroom where they were forcibly exposed to extreme weather conditions. Other treatments included a balloon surgically implanted into the lungs and then filled with air to expand them. And operations where the patient's muscles and ribs were removed from their body. Needless to say, most patients did not survive. There was an alleged 65,000 passings occurring on the premises. The worst part of it was what came to be known as the body chute. And that is what I do remember. The Ghost Hunters Taps, when they did their show on it, they talked about the body chute. This enclosed tunnel for the deceased led them from the hospital to the railroad tracks at the bottom of a hill. They used a motorized rail and cable system. The bodies were lowered in secret to waiting trains. They said they did this because they didn't want the other patients to see the bodies being taken out. Waverly Hills is said to be one of the most haunted buildings in the U.S. One of the most popular sightings at Waverly Hills is the ghost of a young boy named Timmy who enjoys playing catch with visitors. It is said that if you roll a ball down a long hallway in the building, Timmy will roll the ball back to you. I remember they did that experiment too when they were there. Other common sightings are a woman with bleeding wrists screaming for help, a man in a white coat wandering the kitchen. The spookiest sighting is of a nurse who was found deceased in room 502 in 1928. She was 29, self-harm. It is said by visitors that you can still see her ghost. The hospital is now a popular tourist attraction, hosting haunted houses and paranormal tours. So once again, another one on my bucket list.
Love to go to Waverly Hills. We should take
Yes.
a family road trip up there.
Absolutely. Let's go. I know there's more of us that like true crime that also like the paranormal and the cryptids and all that too.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I've
been
mentioned it
searching for
before.
swamp ape since we've been down here. I ain't seen one yet.
Well, I'm gonna have to come down there and go hunting with you.
That'd be fun. I'd enjoy it because I'm covered
Oh.
in swamps out here.
Oh yeah, I would do it. Let me get caught up. Doodle says she loves Ronnie Millsap. Oh, me too. I love me some Ronnie Millsap too. I was raised on Ronnie Millsap also. Yeah, Barbara says Oreo Speed Buggy because since Mr. Steve is here. Okay, Dandy says, is the song Into the Night song by Benny Mardones not alarm anyone? I have to listen to that one. I haven't heard that one. Miss Barb says she knows a lot of a few people that need to be living in the asylum. Oh, me too, Miss Barb. Yes, Mr. Steve said that image looks like a snowstorm that should cure most symptoms being free. Yes, let me go back. I didn't read that part. It was patients crippled by TB are treated outdoors in the snow. So yes, it is out in the snow. They put them out there on purpose. Whatever the weather, they spend their days lying on their iron beds in the open air as a, quote, curative measure. So yes, they did stick them out in the snow and the freezing cold as a cure. So you are correct, Mr. Steve.
They wouldn't have had to worry about treating me, putting me out a snowstorm. I just froze to death.
Yeah, me too. I'd be like, yep, I'm gone. Yeah, Dandy says, I want to go there and play ball. I think he'd play. Yeah. Yeah, I said when I watched the episode that Ghost Hunters Taps did, that was one of the experiments they did. They rolled the ball to see if he would play. I can't remember if he played or not when they were doing their Doodle says she loves all the old country music. Yep, absolutely. Dandy says, I've heard it. You talking to me? You talking to me? Okay, next we have, this is another one. This is in South Korea, so obviously that's why I hadn't heard of it. I'm going to try not to butcher it. Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital. Let me find it. It is in 1961. The Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital was opened in Gwangju-si, South Korea. It says it is straight out of a Stephen King novel, so I'm a Stephen King fan. With its collapsed ceilings, long echoing corridors, and rooms littered with old mattresses. The story goes that patients started passing away mysteriously one after the other with no good explanation. The staff was also known to go missing or end up deceased in rooms. Many people thought it to be an infection around the hospital, but it turned out to be something much more sinister. Apparently, it was the owner of the asylum who went insane himself and kept many of the patients as prisoners, later taking their lives. However, he fled to the U.S. when the families of the victims demanded answers and began to investigate. It is said that screams can be heard coming from the building, along with mysterious figures floating around. Many people that have visited report scary encounters with dropping temperatures, voices of people that weren't there, and the opening and closing of doors. This hospital is not available to visit, and it was demolished in 2018. So it is no longer standing. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Oh, that was the 5th one. Like I said there, I'm actually going to do a video on my 2nd channel. So yes, y'all got a sneak peek of some of the stuff that I put on my 2nd channel. So have any of you guys ever stayed or went to any kind of haunted place, hotel, anything?
So I worked at the Plaza Resort and Spa in Daytona Beach, and it is one of the most haunted hotels or resorts in the state of Florida.
Oh, wow.
And I have footage. I showed it on a live one night. I did Creepy Hotels and Dolls live, and I have footage of a microwave that didn't have any display on, and it was running. And it was one of our famous rooms that's all over YouTube. It's been on the news. 1111. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find that live. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that live you did and watch that. I haven't seen that.
And I've also stayed at Hell's Dam in Tennessee, outside of Chattanooga.
Oh, yeah,
and
I've heard of
it's
that.
been on a bunch of the paranormal shows, and we got footage of the windows with red liquid coming down them. And
oh, wow.
You could hear somebody walking. We were on floating cabins, like pontoons that had been turned into cabins. And you could hear somebody walking in the cabin, and there wasn't nobody there but us. So we was both laying in bed. It was pretty creepy.
Wow.
You could see like shadows, and the dam has been closed for years and years and years because it was a hydroelectric dam, and every time they would start working on it, they would lose workers. They would just, something would happen every time. But they say that it's built on Native American land. And when they started building it, the Native Americans cursed the land and told them that it will never run. And it never ran for more than 6 months.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of these haunted places are built on or close to Native American land. Seems to be a running theme through a lot of these haunted places that I've researched and read about and watched documentaries. Oh, Dandy said we're scaring her. She's going to have to go to bed. I'm sorry, Dandy. We didn't mean to scare you. Oh, Mr. Steve said his stove is haunted. No, I think that is you, Mr. Steve. Oh, we're never going to let you live it down, Mr. Steve. You might as well accept it. Dandy says her stove is too. It hellishly burns things. Oh, this is a place I want to go to. Paula says I went for a tour once in the Lizzie Borden house with my mother and aunt on a Red Hatters group event to Red Room Mystery Weekend. I would love to go to the Lizzie Borden house. That would be awesome.
Me too.
I've actually stayed in 2 haunted hotels in Arkansas. We have the Crescent in Eureka Springs, and also the Basin Hotel, which is also in Eureka Springs. And that was actually, I think, my 40th birthday present. We spent the weekend. We spent one night in the Crescent. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Horrible history, aside from the haunting, but this shyster doctor had opened it. At one point before that, it was a school for girls, and then it was sold. This shyster doctor, quack, bought it and said he had cures for all kinds of illnesses. Of course he did, and he just wanted everybody's money, and lots of people passed away because of him. And so we stayed there. We did the ghost tour there. I just love, even if you don't see anything weird or hear anything weird, I just love the history of all these places too. But now when we got done with the tour, because at the Crescent, one of the things is in the lobby, they have a little settee, old fashioned settee there, and they say that the ghost of a little girl is seen sitting in the settee. And so a couple that was on the tour with us was taking pictures. And when they were looking through their pictures, they had taken a picture of this settee couch thing. And you could see, we weren't the only ones, all of us looked at it. You could see faintly what looked like the outline of a little girl sitting on the couch, the little settee. It was very creepy and very cool. Now, the Basin, we did the tour there. It wasn't as good as the tour at the Crescent, but it was cool. It was cool nonetheless. Nothing really we didn't see anything creepy or, nothing happened while we were there. Although because my baby sister-in-law and baby brother went with us, and my mom and me. And when we stayed at the Basin, the night that we spent the night, the next morning, my sister-in-law swore up and down that my brother was messing with her, running his fingers up and down her arm, and he's like, no, I'd never touched you. That was not me. So she wouldn't even go in the bathroom that morning and brush her teeth by herself just because it freaked her out so bad. But yeah, it was I guess those are the only two haunted places that I've been spending any time at.
I ain't scared of the ghosties. I'm scared of the ones that are alive.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you. I ain't, as I say in Ghostbusters, I ain't scared of no ghosts. It's the live ones, the real life monsters that'll get you. Dandy says she can't mess with spirits. It's just wrong in her opinion. Yeah. Miss Barbara's asking Mr. Steve if they bought a new stove. Mrs. Steve is actually looking for a new stove. But yeah, I would love to go down to and check out the Boggy Creek because they have a Boggy Creek a museum now dedicated to the Boggy Creek monster. It's in Falk, Arkansas, is the name of the town. And I would love to go down there and just take it all in,
Road trip live.
Yes, Lord, honey, if I had the time and the money, I would be road tripping everywhere.
I'd be the same way. I want to go to the Devil's Tree so bad down here I can taste it.
Yeah,
and we still haven't made it down there. Every time we plan to go, something happens. We don't make it down there. It's Port St. Lucie, and that's a whole creepy story.
So what's it called? The Devil Tree?
The Devil's Tree. Mm-hmm.
Devil's Tree. I'm gonna have to look that up. I have not heard of that. Now we did go
pajama that he took a bunch of people's lives and chose that tree. But what I looked at was just when I was researching it, because we were going down there before he had his wreck, and there's people that lurk around in the woods with druid looking outfits on and stuff.
Oh, I was that's the kind of stuff that that's the kind of stuff that would creep me out. And there's, like I said, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't get creeped out. I mean, I've always loved the paranormal and ghosts and things of that nature. But yeah, if seeing people in druid clothing, robes and stuff walking around, that would be kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we went to one of our tours that we went with, Little Rock Tours, we went to Charleston. And they had a ghost walk, and we did at night to some of the local cemeteries and churches. And now that was interesting. And I think I do have pictures around Halloween. I might do a show about that, or a video at the very least. But lots of history. I loved it. Lots of history and beautiful, beautiful churches. The old Gothic cathedral looking, kind of churches.
And those are pretty.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Steve says, I've been to a lot of areas involving death. If you visit, 7 bridges in Idaho during midwinter and the river is frozen and breaking, it can be disconcerting. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, and places like that where, real horrible stuff has happened. Yeah, that would most definitely, that's the kind of stuff that scares like Mom said, that is the, Iowa. That's the kind of stuff that makes me have nightmares at night.
Bridges, I can agree.
Yeah.
I can't do bridges.
Oh no, I can't either. Do not like bridges. Do not like heights.
No, I'm a like wuss.
I don't either. I mean, when we used to go,
kid, my dad would say, roll the windows down. We're going over a bridge. That way, if we go in, you can just swim out. And I'm scarred.
Yes, exactly. Because not to be morbid, but the 2 main ways that I don't want to go out of this world, which I know I don't have a choice, it's up to the good Lord, but is by water or fire. And I'm always, whenever we go over a bridge, I'm like, oh Lord, we're gonna go off the bridge and it's just gonna be horrible. So I do the same thing. I'll roll the window down, because I even hate, and we haven't been to Memphis in a long time, but going on 40 to Memphis, we have to go over the bridge there over the Mississippi, and I hate it.
That's a creepy old bridge.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Mom, what do you want to talk about?
I'm just thrilled to be here. It's Friday night. I'm going to be work tomorrow. Ooh, Lord.
That's the way I am. I'm not going to do anything tomorrow, but lay in the bed and eat junk food and watch football. That's what I'm going to do.
We might go fishing. I don't know.
That sounds good.
It's been raining for like 2 months, I think.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you if y'all got outer bands or anything from, what was it, Francine, that came through?
No, not over here where I'm at. They might have on the other side.
Yeah, because you're on the east side, right?
Yeah, I'm over here on the Atlantic side.
Yeah. Yesterday, because I didn't work yesterday. Well, I didn't work today either, just because. Yesterday here in Arkansas, we got some of the rain, which we needed. We got the nice steady rain. So I didn't do anything but lay in bed. It made me sleepy. I wanted to sleep all day, but watched a little bit of football and some stuff yesterday. Oh, Mr. Steve says, I got you if you're on fire. That is my best CPR technique. Yes, well, come down here. So if I ever get into fire, you can save me. Oh yeah, Miranda. Oh, you can't see it. It's got the dumpster. Yes, a dumpster fire. I always have dumpster fires. Oh, and I forgot to tell when Arctic was here earlier that I don't know where he got it, but that the picture he put on Facebook with the little dumpster with a candle in it. Oh my God, I love that. That is so cute. I need one of those.
I know. I said the same thing. I need that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cutest little thing.
It is. I got to ask him where he got it at.
Graphic, and it's got a cute little dumpster, and it says, "This little light of mine," and it's.
I know. I want like a T-shirt or something with that on it too. I love that. I remember when you put a picture of it, I think on your community tab or showed it in one of your lives or something.
I'm like, not sure. I love it though. It's so cute.
Yes, it
She's
is.
A mess.
She is very talented. She can do some good stuff. I love all the stuff that you show that she's made, the merchandise and stuff.
I got me a pot holder now, and she made me a pot holder for my birthday.
Oh, cool. Cool. Miss Barbara, who you calling us? Are you calling me a stalker? You trying to get me in trouble with Mr. Steve? Oh God! Now she's want Mr. Steve to arrest me for being a stalker. No, we play tag. We don't stalk. We play tag. There's a difference. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my goodness. So is anybody else going to be watching any football this weekend? I don't know who's still here, except for Mr. Steve and Miranda, and of course Mom's here, Miss Barb. Just looking at who's been commenting. Paula's still here. Dandy was here, unless she's here earlier. We might have scared her away with all the ghost talk. Oh, Paula says what? I don't know what you're whatting about, Paula. Oh, Paula says go Patriots. Go Bears and go Chiefs. Those are my teams. And actually, I think the Bears are playing on Sunday Night Football. Hopefully they'll win again. They actually won Sunday. Oh, now Miss Barb says I need a lie detector test. Come on. Those things are not reliable. They cannot be used in court. Thank you very much, ma'am. Oh, goodness. Miss Barb. We love Miss Barb.
Yes, we do.
Oh, Doodle says she doesn't watch many sports. I don't either. I watch football. That's my sport I watch, my obsession. And Paula says the Patriots play at 1. Mr. Steve is laughing. Mr. Steve may need some laughs after just coming off the road.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, girl, I appreciate you letting me jump up. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I think I'm fixing to get off here too. We've been going 3.5 hours. Lord, that's long. That's long even for me. Well, thank you for hopping on with me, dear. You know I love you.
Thank you for having me up, and I love you too. Good night,
You're
chat.
welcome.
Y'all make good choices.
Yes, absolutely.
Bye.
See you later. All right. You guys got anything else? Oh, okay. You're talking to Miss Barb. I got you. Okay, so we've decided either Friday or Saturday we're doing West Memphis 3, something on West Memphis 3, right? That's the plan for next Friday or Saturday. Because I'll be able to do live streams then, and I will have my Missing Person Monday live stream on Monday. I guess I always forget to turn my camera back on. So yeah, I'll be live Monday with the Missing Person Monday. And then I probably won't be able to go live again until Friday and Saturday. One of those nights we'll do West Memphis, and then the other night we'll either have another fun night, or we'll do some missing or some other true crime in the news. Like I said, they have confirmed or identified Elijah, that it was Elijah's remains that were found. Oh, there's Necessary. Hey, Necessary Evil. It says John Jared Schaefer's Devil Tree. Oh, that's what Mom was talking about. Sunshine Mind the Monsters was talking about. Oh, it's by your house? Oh, it's by your house. Wow. Oh, Mr. Steve says good night, everyone. Thank you for popping in, Mr. Steve. You know we love you. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes. We're glad you made it home safely from your road trip. Absolutely. We always love it. It's always an honor and a pleasure when Mr. Steve pops in. Please do check out True Crime Web if you have not already. He's a wonderful human being, and Mrs. Steve and the whole crew that helps him help the families that they go out and work with. Wonderful human being. Doodlebug said good night. Good night, all. Sleep well, feel loved. Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Doodle, for being here. Always an honor and pleasure to have you here too. Please check out Doodlebug's channel. You can find all the links. I don't think I put anything actually in the description of this live stream. I forgot. But you can go to the home channel, homepage of my channel, scroll down to visit our friends, all the links to all our partner channels, friend channels, favorite channels, and people are there. Doodlebug is definitely there. Mom, Mind of Monsters is there. True Crime Web is there. Dave, Alan the Prowl is there. Arctic is there. Miss PJ, Lighting Their Way Home is there. Truth and Justice channel link is there. I'm trying not to forget anybody. I think I got everybody. There's a couple more there. So please do. Thank you, Miss Doodle. And definitely go if you see Miss Barbara. If you haven't already, go to once again the homepage of my channel, to the description of my channel, a link to the petition to reopen Timmy D's case. Most of you are here, or in case there's anybody that's here that doesn't know, Miss Barbara is Timmy D's mother. Please sign the petition to reopen his case. If you have already signed it, please share it. There's also a link to Arctic Fox True Crimes petition to standardize and reform the Amber Alert system. Please sign it if you haven't. Share it everywhere you can. It'd be very much appreciated. Thank you. Get a Look-See says good night, y'all. Great evening chat once again. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Get a Look-See. Thank you, Miss Barb. Says good night, all. Great chat. Love you, Southern Gal. Stay safe. We love you too, Miss Barb. Thoughts, prayers, and good vibes. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. So once again, Monday, probably 8-ish Central Time, maybe 8:15. Missing Person Monday live stream. I have to see what state we're on this week. So tune in for that. I'll have some videos to upload throughout this coming week. And then Friday and Saturday, one night we'll do West Memphis. Probably Friday night, unless something comes up and Miss Paula can't be here on Friday, because I want Miss Paula to be here, because that's one of her favorite cases to discuss. And then the other night, like I said, we'll either do another fun night or just share some missing and have a chat, just general chat. All right, guys, I've babbled enough. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. I love you guys. Thanks for all your support. Is absolutely appreciated. Thanks to everybody who's watching on replay. And I should have been multitasking. 1 minute multitasking. I love you guys. Until next time, until Monday, be careful out there. Stay safe. Take care of each other. And I will see you later. Thanks, guys.